I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was called with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one chief rocking Knicks universe, your main man, Uncle Freezie, and welcome to the premiere Knicks in the Nighttime joint, the Knicks at Night podcast. Salute. Thank you to everybody watching us on X. Thank you to everybody watching us on YouTube. Man, salute to all the Knicks fans out there around the world. Man, salute to y'all. I'm glad y'all here because we gonna come through and talk that talk. The way that y'all like to have that talk to y'all. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. So I got some topics I want to talk about. I'm mostly interested in what y'all want to talk about though. Y'all know I got this thing lined up. Y'all know I got like 14,000 topics to talk about, but I'm mostly concerned about what y'all want to talk about. Right? I got every topic you want to talk about. Deuce being set free. Right? I want to talk about Deuce being set free and knowing that he's free, right? I want to talk about, man, keeping this thing together, not doing no trades and just keeping this thing together, right? I want to talk about, man, the positivity of Mike Brown talking about doing stuff in the community. Man, Mike Brown talking about doing stuff in the community, y'all, that's fire. That's fire, right? I want to just talk about a whole bunch of stuff, the possibility of this team just looking different, getting back to basics, like uncomplicated. Yeah, they legit look like they're gonna unclog the drain, right? Like I think they legit were so technical that it seems like at times they were so technical that they may have bottlenecked, so to speak, right? So I think we're looking at everything from the Knicks just, you know what I'm saying, being free to play basketball again, the joy of playing, right? I'm gonna ask somebody random in the chat to give us something to talk about tonight. And if you feel like I'm putting you on the spot, I'm probably putting you on the spot. DSJ in the building. DSJ says salute to everyone in the chat. Salute Uncle Freezie Barnes. DSJ, give us something to talk about, bro. Give us a topic. I already got like 17 topics that I want to talk about. Hey, listen, I'm so, man, listen, Deuce being set free, I'm excited to talk about that. Because for a minute, I had been talking about the other way around. And if there is evidence on the other side of that to talk about something positive, let's do it. Let's do it. Fritz Alcindor is in the building. Salute. Let's see what DSJ said. Okay. DSJ says, how is Miles McBride talking about getting loose when he can't constantly lose defenders off his dribble without a screen? Learn to be elusive, Deuce. I'm going to say this. Basically, what I got from what Deuce McBride was saying is that may have been frowned upon. That may have been frowned upon. Right. And listen, and we're not bashing the other. I'm not trying to kick the back end of the guy that just left. Drip Moore's in the building. Salute. So the son of the legend Kerry Cox is in the building. Tory B is in the building. Salute. Fritz Alcindor. Who else we got in here? Afro the Jedi's in the building. What? Craig Hall. Salute. Salute. It seems as if that what you're asking was not what was required of him over the past few years. And while we are grateful for the previous regime and everything they brought to the franchise, right? It seems like now Deuce McBride is embracing the loose Deuce, right? That's what it seems like. Like, okay, now I got 4 years in. I'm not a young guy anymore. Now it's time for me to really show the league what I can do. Fritz, what's good, bro?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man, bro, did I tell you I did the carnivore diet?
No. You like it?
I got because I was trying to work on upper arms, like build shoulders and stuff in the weight room. The ladies like shoulders, you know. So trying to work on shoulders. Man, I messed around and had like a bad 3-day stretch off the carnivore diet. Man, I put on like 6 pounds.
You weigh yourself every day?
No. No, I don't weigh myself every day, man. I'm confident. I'm not that confident though. What do you think about Deuce with the shackles off? What do you think about Deuce McBride's statements? He said at the press conference.
I think I don't know. I think a lot of people they're being careful not to shade Thibs, but you know,
right?
You know,
right?
There's just a lot of obvious things that he was just not. He was just so stuck on his plan. You know what I mean? He wanted to do it his way instead of just. Sometimes you gotta take. There's nothing wrong with getting it easy, and I think Thibs just wanted to do it a certain way.
He was very turnover averse. Very turnover averse. Like valued the possession of the basketball so much that even the thought of taking a risk kind of put him deeper into his bunker. You know, and you know what I'm talking about by bunker. You worked in corporate America. You know what I'm talking about by bunker mentality. You know what I mean, right? Yeah. I think so. Tory B, basically what he said is he's got 4 years in the league. He's confident and what he can do. He had an off season where he worked on shooting, ball handling, and defense. And what I got from what he was saying is he also said last year ISO ball hurt us, and he also said last year the offense was stagnant at times and easy to defend, and part of that was because of ISO ball and the lack of cutters in the offense. Now, when I first heard it, I was like, he took them size 11 Timberlands straight to Tom Thibodeau back, right? But then the more I read, the more I had the transcript broken down, right? So I took the transcript from the YouTube thing and just read it. So when I read it, right, it looked different in text than it did verbally, right? And so when I read it, I was like, he's thanking Thibs for helping him become a very solid NBA player, but at the same time, he's got to graduate, so to speak. He's got to graduate and spread his wings and fly. And so previous to this conversation or previous to this interview, I thought it was time for Deuce to go. But then when I heard him acknowledge all the stuff that we had been saying, and he had been working on it during the summer, it makes me think, okay, well, all he was doing was what his boss was telling him to do. And you feel that same way, Fritz? Or you feel differently?
I think he's just looking forward to having fun. I hated what I saw last year. Like I hated what I saw.
Right.
I hated what I saw last year. Like, why isn't the ball moving? Why isn't like there's a lot of like athletes on this team, and like athletes can't thrive on this team. Like you have to be a super skilled one-on-one player. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Deuce is like small. He's like 6'1", 6'2". If he's 6'1", 6'2", and the only way he's gonna score is if he drives on his man, like it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. You need movement. Yeah. I think the Knicks are finally doing the obvious, like the obvious.
Wow.
Like doing the Knicks are absolutely doing the obvious. I'm like I said when I said Tom Thibodeau had to go last year, like before the end of the year, and I say he's gone. This is what I'm talking about. Like, why you got to do it the hard way? Like it's, you know what I mean? It's almost like I think he cost us a championship, and then not only last year. I'm saying.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
Like some of these players aren't that bad, but you make them look bad.
You know how you want to say something, but you don't want to say something. Like the thing is, I'm co-signing what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't want to come across as it being disrespectful to Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah. But you know someone could be so principled that they lose the point. The point is to win the game. And sometimes Tom Thibodeau is like, the point is to play defense. And the point isn't to play defense. The point is to win the game.
Yeah. The point is to win a championship, right? Not to win a defensive matchup.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you. I think that's an excellent way of putting it. I think that might be one of the smartest things I heard in Knicks universe in a few weeks. So, and I'm not just telling you that because you're here. Even if I'd have heard it somewhere else, I'd have probably hit you up and told you. You know, bro. You know, come on, man. You know me.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, man. So, what does that mean for Deuce ultimately? Does that ultimately mean Deuce in his 5th season is going to wrestle away the backup point guard duties and be the backup point guard for the foreseeable future?
If he survives.
That's
if he
interesting.
survives.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's interesting, bro. That's interesting to me, man. I mean, does that mean Deuce is ready to take that next step? Is Deuce McBride legitimately a leader on this team now, as opposed to being little brother? Miguel Pete in the building, salute. Chat, what do y'all think? Does that mean, judging by what Deuce McBride said today, do you believe Deuce McBride is no longer little brother, but legit a mainstay contributor on this team? Like Kerry Cox said, officially a veteran. He's officially the backup point guard. Is that what that means? Fritz Alcindor said it depends on if he survives. Hey man, there's a lot to think about, man.
Yeah.
Fritz, does that mean he's a starter? Is he trying to position himself to be a starter with the new regime?
I don't think he's a starter.
Okay.
Not and when I say he's not a starter, I'm not saying he's not good enough to be a starter. I try to look at history and Mike Brown and the teams that he's had. I think he's always kind of like had it tight, and I don't Deuce fits that.
Right. You're reading the tea leaves. Like, hey, man, all the other places he liked long athletic wings. And here, Deuce McBride is not that. I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I just want to be Deuce McBride's advocate for a little bit. Right. I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna say what that man can't do. Right? Because I'd be a hypocrite to like sit up here and say, hey man, you gotta wait on Pacom Dadier. You don't know what Pacom Dadier can do. You don't want to trade him too early. And then a guy like Deuce, who you know he has potential, and he's telling you in press conferences using subliminal language to tell you that he's ready to be a veteran on this team. And it'd be hypocritical of me to doubt Deuce and then give all these other young players leash. Right? I think that might be hypocritical. Did you get a chance to see Mitchell Robinson's press conference today? Oh boy, Fritz didn't like that Deuce part. Fritz done zoned out everybody. Sorry about that, y'all. Wiz in the building, salute. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. The Mitchell Robinson press conference today is concerning to me. The Mitchell Robinson conversation is concerning. I don't know if Mitch is annoyed with the same questions, but he looked annoyed in the press conference. Right? Like Mitchell Robinson legit looked like a guy that's tired of answering the same old question every year, and the same questions over and over. You know, how much you weigh? Are you a starter? Can you stay healthy? What offense did you add to your game? I think Mitchell Robinson is annoyed by the same questions he gets asked over and over. Now, here's the thing. How annoyed is he? Is he annoyed to the point where he's like, man, listen, I can stay or I can go? Or is he annoyed to the point where he's ready to just start snapping on reporters? Fritz, what do you think, man?
Are we talking about Mitch?
Yeah.
You saw the faces.
Yeah.
I saw
the face that he made when they asked him if how did he like playing with Cat, and he was like, I've been flexible.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't think he's like mad at Cat, but like people asking him stupid questions, like they were baiting him. They were baiting him to say something stupid.
Yeah.
And he wasn't having it.
He wasn't having it.
Especially that starter bench question. Of course he wanted to start.
Right.
But you ain't gonna have me quoting. You ain't gonna quote me saying that I deserve this, or you know what I mean?
Right.
Like they was baiting him. He wasn't having it.
They was baiting him. Yeah. But one of the things about it is he handled himself in a confident way. I don't know if it was classy though.
Mm-hmm.
But he was confident in his answers. He's like, yeah, man, I've been working on the way I've been eating. I've been dieting a certain way. I've been eating fresh off the farm. I have my own farm. Basically eating organic and changing all these ways about because he was basically trying to answer all their questions with one thing, like the reason why I'm going to stay healthy, the reason why I'm going to be a starter and be more and have more endurance, and the reason why I can stay healthy is because I'm eating organic with farm fresh food. Somebody else is preparing this stuff for me. No, I don't cook, all of that. Right? Basically saying, hey, listen, I revamped my body and schedule in order to help the Knicks win a championship in any role that possible. Any role they put me in, I'm going to thrive in it because I've made these changes, these life changes. Yuri, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's up? Nice to see everyone, Fritz.
Yeah.
Freezie.
Hey,
Salute
what's
to
up?
everyone in the chat.
Yeah, man. And did you get to see the press conferences today?
Yes, I saw every single one of them, and I watched them multiple times, just to analyze undertones and stuff like that, body language,
Right.
So hit me.
Yeah, man. The most impressive press conference I saw over the past few days, Fritz, is did you get a chance to see the Jordan Clarkson one?
No.
I did.
Yeah, I think he had, in my opinion, right, and I'm a Knicks junkie, by the way. In my opinion, what he had to say was the most impressive because he was like, yeah, after the Utah Jazz bought me out, there was only one place I wanted to go.
New York.
And he asked, like, did you have other offers? He was like, yeah, they were coming in, but I didn't listen to them. I wanted to be in one place.
Yeah.
When he said that, I was like, oh, snap.
Yeah.
And when they talked about, like, you're known as a ball hog, how was that gonna, and they didn't use those terms, but this is basically what they were saying. Man, you've been known to be a ball hog. You come in here, man, with a lot of guys. He's like, hey, man, listen, I'm gonna pass them the ball, but if they pass that ball back, they know I'm shooting. So he letting everybody, that's him. That's who he is. They know who I am. It's like having a pet snake. You know what I'm saying? You get a snake and you're like, oh man, that's my pet. Eventually somebody's getting bit, right? Like we all know the story, right? This is how things go, right? And so he was like, yeah, man, listen, I don't mind playing behind them or with them. My whole goal is to win. I want to win. That's what he was saying. Chat.
Mhm.
This is what that man was saying to everybody. Like legit, he's a veteran that has been playing in the league, established himself for a long time. He's spent no stretch overseas. He's always under contract. He's a valuable commodity in the league. And once he was free to choose somewhere, he chose the Knicks and didn't even look at the other offers because all the offers were there. He's like, nah, I saw them get. Did you see the part where he was like,
I did.
I was
I know what part
watching
you're
them on
talking about.
TV. He said, I was watching them on TV, right? They were like, did you watch the games? He's like, yeah, I watched the games. Man, I watched all of them. I was watching them on TV and knew that's the place that I needed to be.
Mhm.
You love that because you want to know why? Everyone that wanted back then, right, decade ago, nobody wanted to come to New York.
Right.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Everyone saw New York as a laughing stock. Just not the city itself. The fans were loyal. We were always loyal, no matter what. We stuck with teams through Delano Gallinari days, Frank Ntilikina, Kadeem Allen, Luke Cornett, you name it, we've been through it. I haven't went through the 2000s yet. I
John
wasn't around that
Jenkins. John Jenkins looked just like Landry Shaman. I ain't gonna lie.
But the point is that we were a laughing stock for 2 decades straight. The
Back
only
to
good
back.
season we had was 2012, 2013. We never really had a good front office those 2 decades. And now hearing players say, yo, I want to go to New York and play in New York, it's a breath of fresh air. And that's a shout out to Leon Rose, too, because he transformed the New York Knicks from a laughingstock to literally a contending team. We give props to Thibs. Thibs did his part, got us back in the playoffs. But this was all due to Leon Rose himself.
Yep.
And I just want to go to the topic on a video before I move on.
Hey, one topic at a time, though. We're gonna stay on one topic at a time.
Yes, though. I know. I know.
Yeah. That way they can follow us. Jordan, how do you figure Jordan Clarkson's impact is gonna be from? And listen, I already know what the average is gonna be at the end of the season, right? About 14 points a game, 15 points a game. Lots of nights of going for 20 something, and then some nights going for 7 or 8. Right. What do you think his impact is going to be at the start of the season?
I think we need someone like that. You need someone who's kind of unpredictable. You need someone. We've been so predictable the last few years.
Right.
Right. We haven't had that. It's been 2 years since. Dante was kind of like that wild card. You couldn't sag off too much because if you gave him, You gave him a little too much. He gonna take it. He ain't got no conscience. And then I think that's kind of like his thing. Like he ain't got no conscience. You better not leave him open.
That's true.
Right.
I think he's gonna fit in. I think he's gonna fit in.
Okay. You think he's gonna fit in? That is interesting, bro.
I
think
I agree too. I think Jordan's gonna fit right in.
I think everybody's gonna respect what he's done. He has a body of work, even though he's not one of the players who've been to the All-Star game,
right?
But he has a reputation, right? We know who he is. He's been in the Utah Jazz organization. He's been in a bad situation for a long time. Everybody knows who he is.
Feel sorry for him, bro.
But everybody knows who he is as a player.
Right.
If he was a Laker,
kind of like John Collins. You remember John Collins from the Hawks?
Yeah.
He got traded to Utah, right? And he disappeared off the map.
Yeah. If Jordan Clarkson did what he did and he was a Laker his whole career, that dude would be celebrated.
Legendary. Byron Scott.
Yeah. But he did it in Utah.
He did it in Utah, bro. So he Jay Humphries. A lot of y'all don't even know who Jay Humphries is, and that's exactly why I said his name. A scoring guard in Utah, putting up buckets, and nobody know who he is. Jay Humphries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So if y'all don't mind, just for a bit, I'm gonna tell you why I think he is super duper 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 important. The reason why I think he is super important, along with Kerry Cox say you remember Jay Humphries? Yeah, man. But the reason why I think he is super important and Brogdon is super important, because if you're the New York Knicks, what you'd like to do is get off to a blazing hot start. Maybe something ridiculous like 30-10, right? 35-10, 35-12, right? Because that way, once you get off to that blazing hot start, right, you're more than halfway to 60 wins, right? I'm not saying that you can let your foot off the gas, but those nights that Mitchell Robinson don't play because of back-to-backs and you lose don't impact you as much because you have a cushion, right? But if you're the 4 seed and Orlando is the 5th seed and you're struggling all year to get the 3rd seed from Atlanta, right? And so if you're in a dogfight all season, now the minutes Malcolm Brogdon, OG Anunoby, Mitchell Robinson, and everybody that has a supposed injury history, now they got to play high leverage minutes every game of every night of every game, right? Right. That means you go from laughers like with this much firepower, the Knicks should be in laughers all season, right? Like when we play Indiana, we should be up by 20 in the 4th quarter. They don't have a point guard, right? They're gonna start TJ McConnell and the other guy with the mustache, right? They're gonna be starting guys like that. We should be up by 20 on them in the 4th quarter. And this is not gonna be the scenario every night. Now I'm not saying we're gonna blow teams out by 20 every night, but I'm saying it should happen more frequently than it did last year in a 50-win season, right? And so when you get out to a fast start and go 30-10, and then by the time the All-Star break gets here and you're 36-18 or something like that, or 40-15 or whatever it is, right? After the All-Star break, man, you got a game in Brooklyn Friday night and a game in Boston Sunday night. You be like, hey, OG, you in street clothes for the next 2 games. And basically what that does is, you think the OG is missing 2 games, right? But he's legit spending 5 days of his real basketball life off the court, right? That's
what do you mean by that?
It means he won't play those 2 games. Now remember, you're not playing it back to back, so he won't play the day before the game. He won't play game day. He won't play the game. He won't play the next day, right? And then he won't play a game, and then he won't play the game after that. right? So now you basically give OG like 5 days off in season. You give Malcolm Brogdon 5 days off in season, get the rest. Mitchell Robinson, you give them 5 days off in season. That gives them time to refresh. Now, will they be rusty? No, because they legit only missed 2 NBA games, right? But in real life, NBA players don't play 7 games a week. They don't play 7 days a week, right? They probably play 3 games a week. And so if you give them 2 days off, the day before, the day of, the day after, the day of, and the day after, that's 5 days where you can rest these guys. And you can afford to do that if your record is 45-17 after the All-Star break.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, and so now all the injury concerns that we had, like can Malcolm Brogdon stay healthy? Can Mitch stay healthy? Can such and such and such
stay healthy?
Of course they can, because we're load managing, but we're load managing in a way that's smart. Like we're load managing, like for instance, when we come down 95 and they play the Wizards Wednesday night and Charlotte on Friday night, they can sit OG and whoever, and that way they won't play Tuesday night, they won't play Wednesday night, they won't play Thursday night, they won't play Friday night, they won't play Saturday. Now, will they play Sunday in Atlanta? Probably, because Atlanta looks like they're a playoff team, right? Probably. But this is the reason why you need your Jordan Clarksons, your Malcolm Brogdons, and all these guys to click early, because if they click early, right? These dudes click early, you get that lead. Now, everything opens up for whatever you wanted during Fritz, all the stuff y'all wanted. If the Knicks get out to a fast start, say 45-17, it's just an arbitrary number. I'm just an arbitrary number, right? Say at 63 get here, 45-73, whatever the number is. I don't know the math, right? But at that point, you know what you can start doing? Resting guys. You can rest Brunson, bro. You can rest Brunson. Brunson, you ain't got to play in Washington or Charlotte. You can rest Brunson and keep him off his feet. You know why? Because you got Brogdon, Deuce, Shamet, and Kolek. You got all those guys, right? And then you know what you can do at the back end of the season? All those young guys that y'all were clamoring for, like, no, you can't trade the young guys. By the time we get to the point where we're like 60-19 or 60-20,
they can play.
Those last 2 games, you could start them in them last 2 games. You can start your young guys when we're 60-20. You can start them guys, bro. Your whole world, the whole Knicks universe opens up if the Knicks get off to a fast start. And how you get off to that fast start is by methodically and systematically playing the right starter at the right time, keeping guys healthy, strategically sitting guys during the season. Like when you sit OG, you won't sit Mitch, right? But you do the musical chair, and that's how you keep your 12-man rotation intact all year, right? The 12-man rotation, you're not going to play 12 guys every night, but you'll have a 12-man rotation because you sit 2 guys, right? And then now your Ariel Porter gets to play, your Pacom Dadier plays, your Kev McCullough plays, right? And so it puts you in that situation where you go from a team that's, these guys used to play 37 minutes a night to a team that's well rested by the time the playoffs get here, and they're healthy. Fritz, I know I said I was only going to take a minute. I said it was going to take a minute. That took 6 minutes, bro. That took 6 minutes. My bad, Yuri. I know y'all had a point that y'all were talking about.
No, I let you talk. So if Mitch is going to play back to back, you're admitting that he's not healthy.
You think he is or no?
No. Like you're saying he's not playing back to back. That's
Right.
like admitting that he's not a healthy player.
Yeah. I would when we have back to backs, I would sit him for both.
Wow.
Right? I would sit him for both. That means he gets 4 days off.
I know, but
you don't have to do it for every back to back. like no team is gonna have like 14 back-to-backs. It's not 1984, right? So you probably what do you get? How many back-to-backs you get? Like maybe 6?
Around
You get
that.
six. You probably get one back-to-back every month. So you sit Mitch maybe 1 or 2 back-to-backs and you save them. Because even if you do that and he plays the rest of the season, that means Mitch Robinson played 78 games.
That many?
What if I told y'all Mitch played 78 games, but I sat him on 2 back-to-backs? People will be mad.
Okay.
Why you sit that Mitch back to 2 back-to-back games?
Oh, okay, Freezie. What's the likelihood that Mitchell Robinson plays 55 games this season?
I don't know.
I can see it happening. Listen,
I don't know. What's your like? What do you think?
the way I view it is this, right? I am not trading Mitch.
Like one time he's been over 50, like what, 51?
So, okay, one time, that's not bad. Okay, so what? He gets injury prone for like those many
7
years.
years.
He's been injury prone for a long time. It's not his fault.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna ask Fritz. How often did in all those years you talking about? How often has Mitchell Robinson played with an All-Star center?
No, he's always been the center. But I really don't think Mike Brown values him like that.
It looks like it.
No, I think a lot of people are. I think he's saying the nice things. He's playing the game, talking about, but he's never valued someone like that. Like that's never been. There's never been Sabonis. Sabonis has been his center. Sabonis been the center of his world,
Okay.
and not a, you know what I mean. And he's never prioritized putting somebody next to Sabonis for rim protection.
Okay.
So I mean, if it was a priority, they would have prioritized getting someone like that, and I've never seen him do that. It's been the Trey Lyles. It's been the floor stretchers.
It's been Harrison Barnes, right?
It's been the floor stretchers that he's put next to these guys. Like, I could say Cat is kind of like his upgraded Sabonis. And I don't think a Mitchell Robinson is the guy he wants to put next to him.
Sabonis can't carry Karl Anthony Towns.
I know but I'm saying I think he's seeing the Cat as an upgrade to Sabonis.
I agree with that.
And I don't think he's gonna be he's thinking about rim protection next to him.
I think you playing Cat. I think you saying you're saying, because it sounds like to me you're talking about going from economy class to business class when you talk about Sabonis to Cat.
No, but I'm just saying Cat's so much better than
Cat is not
in a whole new stratosphere. But
he ain't first class, bro. Cat is a private jet with his own tarmac runway hangar.
I'm not downplaying Cat at once, but I'm just saying if he's looking at Cat like he looked at Sabonis, he's not looking for rim protection next to him. He's thinking
where I'm lost is, are you saying the player or his system?
His system.
Okay. All right, because when you keep saying Sabonis, I'm like, yo, what?
No, but you know how Sabonis is kind of like, he's kind of like the hub. He does a lot of things. And I think Cat does a lot of things. And I think he's going to love that. But I don't think at any time when he had Sabonis, he was, hey, let me put a rim protector next to Sabonis. Nah, he was looking at, can I get somebody to stretch the floor?
Stretch the floor. Hey, hold on for just a moment. Clearly in a place to be. beat. What's good? Queens, get
Corey
the hand.
Lee.
7.8 boys in the building.
Corey Lee's in the
Salute
building.
to the A. Salute to the A.
What's up, my brothers? Peace.
Salute.
The man, the myth, the legend, Corey.
Bro, he out here. Yo, legit the other day I saw Ric Flair with a Corey Lee t-shirt on, bro. And you know me, like Rick, how you get a Corey Lee t-shirt and I ain't got one, bro? What's happening?
Boy, y'all crazy. Not much, man. I'm just listening to my man Fritz boy always trying to fry up Deuce and Mitch. I swear. I'm just saying, you know, he got the fish fry already.
Already,
and,
bro.
I mean, come on, bro.
I got that Old Bay.
Exactly. I'm telling you, you know your mama feels good if you can smell it down the bottom.
Yeah.
So you out here trying to fillet these cats. Come on, man. What's going on, bro?
I got Wonder Bread and everything.
You got that soft bread, bro?
Oh my God! You know, Eddie brought his boxing gloves today.
Oh.
Nah, it was good though, man. I'm happy to be here with y'all, man. But I mean, come on, man. I'm not saying I'm gonna guarantee this man play 50 plus games. I'd love to, but I think the likelihood is I think it's gonna be one of his better seasons. I honestly believe, you know, and then for everything that we just saw, you know, the internet's gonna be messy because they once again they brought up the Walker Kessler situation too. But from what I see, the likelihood is, and this is all up to Leon Rose. Mike Brown really doesn't have so much say into this situation. Mike Brown is just another chess piece on the board. Let's get that clear, y'all. Because I mean, even though he's a major chess piece on the board, because he calls shots when it comes to the players. But Leon Rose has proven to you that if he ain't feeling it, he's gonna switch it up. If nothing happens, the season starts middle of next month?
22nd.
22nd. Before the first playoff game, I'm preseason game. We'll know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And Fritz, don't what I'm saying. I know you're frying fish right now, but when I fry up that crow, start handing you the wing. Do you want Texas Pete or do you want Louisiana?
Yo, he said that for you. Yo, crow wings, bro. Yo, you gonna serve that man crow wings, bro?
Hey, why not? I'm just saying.
I'm here for the laughs, bro. I'm here for the laughs.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, but I'm just being silly. I'm just saying, but I'm listening to you, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, I ain't hating on Mitch. Like, I'm definitely not doing that. I'm just saying I'm going off Mike Brown's history. And he's talking about double bit. I'm like, man, he ain't never done that. Like, you know what I mean?
But you gotta understand too. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So when I hear him talking about things that he ain't never done before, like, I'm not inclined to believe it. I think I'd see him up there with Huck Porty instead of before I see Mitchell Robinson. Seriously, because that's more his type of player.
Okay.
I think he wants a stretch player.
Okay.
I don't think he values rim protection. I don't think he does.
That's cool, but can I ask you a question though? You talk about things that he's never done before. He hasn't been able to pick his staff too over here. That's something he probably hasn't had a chance to or hasn't done before either. You know, you got to think. A lot of things are different here. This is a whole different situation. This is New York, man. He ain't over there in Sacktown, you know, turning into a mincemeat into like a steak. You know what I'm saying? He was actually messing around with a Delmarco. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you gotta really, you know, uh, he doesn't have carte blanche like you think he does.
Yeah.
You know, and the team, and you got to think this team's looked at from a whole different perspective than anything he's ever done before. You know what I'm saying? He's happy to be in the city, in this position, with the pieces that he actually has right now. So I think he's going to let it ride regardless because of the fact that he's never been this close. Outside of being with LeBron, he ain't never really been this close by himself as a coach.
Right.
Mhm.
Can I also
think-
add into this, if that's okay, as well?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I agree with what both of y'all are saying. You know, about Mike Brown having the about Mike Brown wanting his bonus or not really valuing Mitch. At the same time, though, you got to realize that Mitch has been here for like what 8 years now. He's played for David Fitzdale. He's played for Tom Thibodeau, and now he's going to play for Mike Brown.
He played for Mike Miller also.
He also played for Mike Miller. Thank you for the
Yeah.
history, Fritzy.
And
I feel like we're really undervaluing Mitch here because of the injury-prone history. And while I do agree with Fritzy, the injury-prone is a big deal. We have to also recognize that this is the first time that Mike Brown has this kind of talent.
I don't think it's a I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal as everybody else thinks.
That's what I think too.
I'm just speaking to what the crowd was saying. I don't think it's a big deal. Injuries is a big deal. Go ahead,
No, but I
go ahead
think-
with your point though. Oh,
Did Fritz
Alright.
get cut off? Did Fritz get cut off?
No, I'm still here. I'm still here.
go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
I know you good.
No, I made my point, bro. I made my point. My point
Okay,
was
Mhm. I'm not dogging Mitch, but like saying that he's not going to play back to backs. Like you're not the first person, Freezie, who's talking about not playing back to backs. But once you start saying you're not playing back to backs, that's saying you're not a healthy player and you can't sustain the rigors of a season.
again, my hypothetical was not playing him on a couple of back-to-backs, right? And I made the statement that they asked him if he was going to play back-to-backs. My thought on it is wherever you can give him time off, give him time off, right? And if you do it in a smart way, that man can play 76, 77 games if you do it in a smart way. Like maybe do it once in the first half and then once in the second half after the All-Star break. And then that way he'll have the break from the Dubai trip, right? Then he'll have that one break, right? Probably January. And then he'll have the All-Star break, right? And then he'll have that other 2-game stretch and then the playoffs start. So you're not playing him like 2 months straight back to back, no breaks.
Mhm.
That would be my suggestion, and he would still play 75 games. That's my suggestion, right? Like load manage in a way that you would load manage a healthy player is what I'm saying.
But I don't know. I'm against like projecting someone to do something they've never done before. You're saying Mitch is going to have his best season ever. Basically.
Are you saying that I said that?
No. Basically, that many games? Like, I couldn't go, like, honestly into a season with his history be like, yeah, he's gonna be 70-something games. That's something like he's never done before.
Okay. Just because things haven't happened don't mean that it's not possible.
So we playing him how many minutes a game?
Right. Are you a man of faith? You're a man of faith, right? I'm asking
Yeah.
Fritz. Fritz,
Yeah.
you're a man of faith, right?
But things happen.
But you know that things can happen even though you haven't seen them, right?
I know, but you got to show me. You gotta.
Now starting in lane 6 of the backstroke.
But that's based on history. Like,
right.
You show me you could do it in the past. I don't have no reason to doubt you.
Okay. All right.
But if you show me that you only played less than 50 games, I can't go in this year. It's like someone who's constantly short on money, and then he's like, next time they're gonna come through. I wouldn't bet too much on that.
That's
and
the
you
story
keep
of my life right
so you gotta keep a few dollars in your back pocket. You know they ain't gonna come through.
These last $2. I'm singing last $2. Y'all ain't never shot pool in no pool hall. I forget y'all ain't never drunk beer, hung out or nothing. Lee, I keep forgetting Lee, a choir boy. He ain't never hung out and drunk no beer, nothing, shot no pool. He won't know.
What, me?
Yeah, you don't know me. Last $2.
Oh, you talking about nah. You talking about Coke 45 and old English, that stuff? Oh, I don't know.
You don't know that about drinking Coke 45 and eating pig foot out the jar. You don't know nothing about that.
Oh, the pickle.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You might catch me with the egg before you catch me with the foot.
The pickle. Bro. So how do you take the feet out the jar though?
With your hand. Fritz talking about, bro. Fritz a pretty boy, bro. You can tell by his profile pic. Fritz a pretty boy, bro. Fritz smooth. You know what I'm saying? Fritz smooth.
Fritz ain't never been south of Philadelphia.
You can tell Fritz smooth, bro. And legit, if I'm shooting pool with Corey Lee, I'm gonna take that same hand I put chalk on for my pool stick and reach dead in that jar to get them pig foot.
Yeah, man. Oh.
Hell yeah, bro. What? And drink a Coke 45 because it worked every time.
Yes, sir. You don't remember? You don't remember Billy D standing there back in the day, holding the can up?
Oh man, Freezie, you go to them smoky pool halls? Like, nah. I go to the I gotta go to the bougie one.
Is there any other kind? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
And you gotta walk downstairs, Fritz. Don't you get it?
Bro, yeah, man.
Nah, you gotta go to the bougie one. You gotta go to the bougie one. It got the good wings.
Wings?
Park Slopes.
You better
He's about up in Park Slopes.
Yeah, he's on Park Slopes. Bro, you better get them bontons off the rack, bro. Hobby, how much bontons?
Nah, it smells like one of those smoky joints.
Bro, when you come home, you smell like you've been in the pool hall, bro. Bro, you ain't never. Now I ain't trying to get in your business. I'm gonna just say you can choose not to answer, bro. Y'all ain't never
go to the pool hall, but it gotta be a decent one. Like I can't go anywhere like.
That's the Dutchie on the left hand side, bro. Bro, you ain't never been like 8 or 9 dudes in a circle past what?
Never.
It keep you healthy, bro.
Never. You know what? I never had a cigarette. No, never.
Here we go. We're here with the choir boys.
Yeah, I forgot the choir boys.
Absolutely.
The choir boys. Yo, Corey, did you watch the press conferences today?
I really don't get into the press conference because that's just some media fluff. You know, I'm serious. To me, I just sit there, you know, they give the right politically correct answers to the situation.
Yeah, they do.
He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong.
Bro, don't you understand? Like, come on, man. That's like watching Trump at a press conference. Seriously.
Everything politically correct, bro.
Everything politically correct.
Everything on point. But hey, but let me do the Mitch thing. I just wanted to address the Mitch thing with Fritz. I think the rumor and everything of what Mitch can't do supersedes what Mitchell Robinson does do on the floor every night. Now, what the naysayers will say is that, well, we know Mitch is a top 20 defender in the league, right? When he's healthy, right? That's the disclaimer, when he's healthy.
When healthy.
Yeah. What I would say to you is now that Mitch is here and we got the best medical staff in the NBA, if they kept OG and Anunoby healthy, right? Who's to say they can't keep Mitch healthy? Right? I mean, it's one of them things, man, where you know it can't be hypocritical, bro. Like we can't have the Mitch is always hurt argument all the time, and then don't have the OG is hurt argument all the time. Right? Because I don't believe OG Anunoby is an injured player. I think he was a player that played on a bad lottery team, and they were tanking for draft picks. So every time he clipped his fingernail too short, they sat him out. That's what I think. Right? Now, the thing with Mitch is we know that Mitch had injuries because he plays the center position. He plays the center position. Centers are going to get hurt. So regardless who you put at center, whether it's Mitch, whether it's Jericho Sims, who had the injury, whether it was Isaiah Hartenstein, who had the 2 shoulder injuries in a game 7, whether it was Precious Achua that pulled his hamstring and missed 32 games, whether it's Ariel Porty that missed the remainder of the season, whether it's Karl Anthony Towns that sprained his knee and broke his finger, whoever you put there, they may get injured. We saw it last year. Every Knicks center that played a minute at center got hurt last year. So to say it's just a Mitch thing, to me, is saying I don't like Mitchell Robinson, and this is the obvious reason why he shouldn't be there.
Okay. So you think
that's the way I see it, right? I'm not saying they hate us. I'm saying that's just the way I view it.
I know, but if that's how they viewed it, they would invest in him.
No, I'm talking about you.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm talking about you don't want Mitch here because you think Mitch is injury prone.
No, I'm just saying, okay, if I don't think 18 minutes of Mitch a night is going to move me enough past his value. And I haven't seen any evidence that he's going to be a big minute player. If he's a big minute player, give him what he wants. But if you're gonna wrap him in bubble wrap and play him a few minutes, and like, why are we doing this?
Because you put all centers in bubble wrap, bro. Man, you know Wemby missed like 30 games because of a blood clot.
That's a condition. That happens. But I'm just saying. But if you're saying Mitch is healthy, then play him. Then play him. 30 minutes. Like
most centers miss time, bro. Yeah, can you imagine how many games has Kristaps Porzingis missed?
Man, yeah, he's another one. But I'm just saying, if he's healthy, play him. If he's healthy, play him.
Okay.
I don't want to see sparing Mitch for the playoffs.
Well, how is what you don't want to see gonna help the Knicks win? Just I need to understand where you're coming from. Is basically what I'm getting at.
No, but if he's ready to play him.
Why though? Why?
If he's gonna impact, I need that impact for how many minutes a game, not 15. Like, you know what I mean? it's like I don't think for 15 minutes a game, I don't think he's worth keeping. If you're gonna keep him, if he's gonna be good for only 15 minutes a game.
Who said 15 minutes though? Is that like the arbitrary
Exactly.
number? I'm
No,
asking.
but
I'm just for clarification.
I mean that's kind of like what he played like last year, like 15, 18 minutes.
He was playing around 20, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean like 15, 18 minutes. And if that's where you think he's effective, 15, 18 minutes for 50 games a year is like, okay.
That's not bad.
It is out of context though.
You're talking about are you talking about another coach's philosophy of using a player? See, like you're stuck in the. I'm sorry, Freezie. From what I'm looking at, from what I'm hearing from you, Fritz, you're adding Tibbs-isms to Mike Brown.
I'm not.
You just said that.
But Mike Brown has never shown that he values someone like rim protection is an absolute must.
I don't think he ever had a Mitchell Robinson for one. Two, the context that you stated that Mitch was playing limited minutes. Mitchell Robinson was on an injury restriction because he was returning from injury. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember Mitchell Robinson had a minutes restriction. That's why Tom Thibodeau didn't play him in game one over when we needed defensive stops. Tom Thibodeau, the coaching staff, basically they had a minutes restriction. 18 minutes is the max. And Mitch had played 19 minutes, and down the stretch, we couldn't stop anybody because we couldn't put Mitch on the floor because of the medical staff.
If you're gonna unlock him.
That's the difference, right? The difference is Mitch then was coming off an injury. Mitch now is completely healthy at the start of the season.
Okay.
Hey, happy birthday, Yuri. What's good, man?
I'm officially 27.
What?
I'm getting.
Oh boy, and the
getting
weekend
close
coming up, man. Oh boy, you gonna do something wild, man? Don't do anything wild, man.
No, I'm not. I'm going out to family this weekend.
Okay.
I'm going out with family this weekend. I don't do nothing wild. Listen,
Okay.
The only thing I do wild is just play fighting games. That's it.
Yeah, man.
Man, you're gonna tell him about a Manischewitz so quick.
I think he can finally get to every club in New York.
Nah, that ain't for me, man. I like the quiet life. I like talking about the Knicks. I like talking about with the Knicks with y'all. I like basically drinking my tequila, my Jack Henny, my soda, and playing, spending time with my family. That's it. Ain't nothing wild about me.
Wow, look at Tory B. You old as a motherfucker. Hey, Tory B. Look at me. Look, Tory B. Look at me. Tory B. Can you read? Leave. Yo, I be joking with my people that season, right? Like all my people that season, right? God, Tory B, you old. Yeah. Salute to Tory B. That's how people like it. Salute Tory B. Every time, Kerry Cox told me his age one time, and I cussed Kerry Cox out like under my breath. Kerry Cox like, yeah, man, Uncle Freezie, I think, man, I'm to whatever age he said. He's like, man, yeah, man, I'm turning 52, 63, whatever. I was like, damn, dog, you got your pacemaker, bro. You old as a mother. Salute to everybody, man. Y'all know I just be joking with y'all, man.
Oh God.
Yeah. What?
Hey, what's the name to so? Yo, Sherwin, how did I say I'm a Mitch hater, bro? How you gonna attribute me being a Mitch hater, bro?
I think that was for Fritz. I think.
I think people are putting me in that category. I'm definitely not a Mitch hater.
You ain't a Mitch Lover neither.
We ain't no lover neither.
You-
Corey
No, you know
pulled
what
that
I'm
out.
not? Mitch at all costs. I'm not a Mitch at all
Oh,
costs.
that was for Fritz. Yeah,
But
okay, that was for Fritz.
yeah, I'm not a Mitch at
oh,
all
man.
costs, but I do appreciate what he does though.
That's for Fritz.
I honestly feel like we might catch a better version of him this year.
I got a funny
Because
feeling we do too.
the reason, on this, even though I know I'm one of his bigger followers, I'm gonna say this though, to be real with you. It's the first time he's come back and actually can play in the preseason, not injured, fully healthy. Like like how many times? How many? It's been a long time since we saw him in this video in the summertime. Most of the time he's been rehabbing. So
Right.
thank God. That's all.
Right. Now, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I would be okay if the Knicks went into the season as is. Right, as is. No trades. Whoever don't make it, don't make it. If you not part of the long term plan, and somehow we get you to Westchester, just hang out in Westchester, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because the moves are likely to happen. Championship contenders don't stay pat, and Leon Rose has not given us any inclination that he's going to sit on his laurels and not do a thing. Right?
Yeah.
Leon Rose just doesn't seem like that type of guy. They stay
Yeah.
busy. I think this front office is smart. They'll figure something out.
Oh yeah,
But I don't think they should rush it though.
they're not.
Yeah.
If I will say one thing to respond to you, Fritzy, I trust this front office, straight up. I do. I do. And East Blues actually put up a comment. One thing I like is that Deuce said Mike talks to everyone individually on the
As a
team.
man, as a person. Yuri, did you see how he emphasized that? When Deuce was saying, he's like, yo, hey, one thing about the new guy is he come in here, he talked to everybody personally, one on one.
I love that.
And when he said that, bro, I was
emphasized it.
like, he is kicking Thibs back in, bro. Like,
Yo, you wanna? I don't want to say Deuce drew hella shade at Tom Thibodeau. I don't want to, but I've listened to Deuce's conference so many times. I'm like, this man had to be throwing some sort of shade.
yeah,
But here's the thing: he did say off screen that he did respect. He did respect what Tom Thibodeau did, and I do give him credit. But that press conference felt like Deuce basically drew shade at Tom Thibodeau.
yeah, respectfully, of course.
Respectfully.
It was
Yeah,
respectful.
that's how well media trained he is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, to respond to the whole shade thing, yes, Deuce did throw shade at Tom Thibodeau. And the fact that Deuce stood quiet about it throughout the entire tenure, it goes to show how much loyalty he had for Thibs.
Right.
Even though he wanted to speak it out, I'm pretty sure him and Deuce talked it over behind the scenes, and Thibs just didn't listen to him.
Right.
Right. So I'm gonna assume that the shade was personal.
Okay.
And the reason why I say it's personal was I had a friend who was at the game, right? Game one was right behind the seats, right? Deuce gets the Pascal Siakam block, right? And with that lineup of Deuce, DeLon, right? Cat and Mitch was in that lineup as well. I'm trying to remember if it was just Mitch though.
Okay.
When Deuce got that block, I really thought the Knicks were winning that game one to this day. And when my friend was at the game, right, this was off camera, Deuce got subbed out for Josh Hart. Josh Hart went up to Thibs trying to tell Tom Thibodeau, yo, I don't want to be subbed out. My legs are shot. And Thibs said, no, I don't trust Deuce McBride. I need you out there for rebounding. And I need you out there for hustle and defense. Josh Hart got in an argument off camera.
Wow.
On game one. And Josh Hart had the body language that he didn't want to be in game one because he knew what was coming.
Right. Wow.
Now,
That's-
I take that with a grain of salt, even though my friend was at the game. But But when my friend told me that story, I was just flabbergasted with what I heard.
Wow. Yeah, wow. Yeah, man, that's crazy.
I'm like, how could you not trust Deuce McBride? The guy legit blocked Pascal Siakam's dunk. Didn't even get posted. Got the rebound, passed the ball, and Cat basically got the point. Before it gave you literally that whole starting lineup that he was in, gave you a 14-point lead.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, Kerry. Josh Hart thought he was good. Yeah, Kerry. Josh Hart thought his legs were shot. His legs were shot. He didn't want to go back in the game.
Wow. Well, I would say this to that, man. Tibbs was here. He did great while he was here. He got a result, a desired result, and it wasn't the most desired result, but he got a desired result. And now Mike Brown is here. Mike Brown is personable. Like he was talking to the media. They were chatting it up. They would. Hey Fritz, did you see the interview? They was out there yucking it up like friends, bro. They was joking around, him and the media, just chumming it up. Like the dude said, Mike, you gonna run some sprints in Sacramento. You said you was gonna turn on the damn Jets. And Mike Brown was like, I didn't say I was gonna turn on the damn Jets. And he was like, no, we got the quote right here. And Mike Brown said, did I really say I'm gonna turn on the damn Jets? And no, and so the dude read the quote. He said, nah, you said you was gonna turn on the effing Jets. And he was like, well, exactly. When you gonna quote me right. And they start laughing. Right? like Mike Brown. Like Mike Brown legit chumming it up with the media. That's something that we're not used to. Mm-hmm. Right. And I know it's early in the season and everybody's doing their honeymoon period type thing, because there's gonna be a point in the season when the press turn on everybody. They're gonna turn on Brunson, they're gonna turn on Mike Brown, they're gonna turn on Cat, they're gonna turn on Mitch, and just ask the hard questions that they think the fans want to hear. But for right now, it seemed like first day of school. Mm-hmm. To me, that's what it seemed like. Like if you're a social butterfly like me or Corey Lee, or if you like, you know what I'm saying, like if you likable, cool with everybody, whatever, like me and Lee, like just getting a joint and, you know what I'm saying, first day of school is cool, right? You like, dang man, I ain't seen Lee all summer, or dang man, I ain't seen Tori B all summer, or whatever. Or you be like, yo, Kerry Cox got the new J's on, I see you, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Air Force Ones, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You out there. Oh, there go Fritz, you all right? Fritz, all right? He talking about Kerry Cox out there with the airport. Wait. Fritz,
it's crispy.
Kerry Cox gonna have on? What'd you say?
Crispy Air Force Ones, a pair of white ones.
He from Queens, bro. He can't wear Forces, bro.
Why not?
It's he from Queens. He can't wear Forces, bro. It's against the law. We don't make the rules, bro. We don't make it. We just go by them, bro. We gotta abide by the street rules, bro. Mm. That's like saying Kerry Cox gonna have on a brand new fresh pair of red 5411s. Nah, bro. No. Yo, oh my gosh. Lee, so Lee, what's the word, bro? What should we look forward to from for this last week before October? Today's the 26th. Next week we'll be sliding into October. What's your expectation before the preseason starts?
Do you want to start from the front office or from just the players?
What's your primary thought? What's the most important thought you got?
Mike Brown's gonna work these cats out and put them in a whole bunch of different scenarios, and he's gonna find out what fits him, what he likes, and what the best parts of that attributes he can bring out. Okay. And try to employ them together He's gonna see what works together, you know. And then believe me, Leon Rose and and Worldwide West and Gerson, they're all sitting there from the rafters, looking down at these cats, see if how the chemistry works, and and whether we take on this relic or not, or some of these young players go or not. It's survival of the fittest right now. I mean, if you can actually see, and I mean, if I don't know, if I doubt if they're going to keep training camp open like they did today, you know. But I honestly feel like you're going to see, you know, the cream rise to the top as far as what we need to continue this championship run that we fell just slightly short of.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to seeing that. You know, obviously Deuce is impressed him, and I think he's gonna try to employ him. I think he's gonna try to make a 6 man out of him. You know, I think Josh Hart's role is gonna lessen very very much. Um, because the way I guess you know my man Fritz, who knows you know what I'm saying, knows a lot of Mike Brown and how he uses players. You know, I guess was what are you think you're saying, and I'm not trying to quote you, Fritz, but I think you think he's like a guard centric type of coach. Well, we'll see what we got.
No,
You
I
know,
didn't say necessarily guard.
okay.
Yeah.
You know, because we got two All NBA players,
That's a fact.
and the most important, and that's the most. You know, as much as we're talking about the side, you know what I'm saying. We still got like the the oh my god, we still got this big steak here. One side is fillet, the other side is the strip. You know, and that's Brunson and Cat. So we really need to be worried about how they're going to employ themselves. Because come crunch time, that's what we need to be worried about, knocking down the buckets.
Okay.
Because
Mhm.
that's fact. You know, we arguing over Mitches, Deuces, and old spinach like Brogdon. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, cream spinach and
I agree.
whatnot.
I agree, Corey. I'm gonna end my
You
thought on
know,
this before I go. Right. My expectations for preseason is for all the team members. I know it's not going to happen overnight. They're going to try to undo everything about Tom Thibodeau's scheme, right? Because Mike Brown's going to put in a new scheme. And I fully expect them to not only know their roles before the real game one of the NBA season starts against Cleveland, but I'm expecting the team to know how their roles are going to be and if their roles and will they absorb their roles before game one. And I fully believe Mike Brown's going to have a role for Mikal Bridges. He's going to have a role for Jalen Brunson, Deuce McBride, Mitch. All the players are going to have a role, whether if it's off the bench, starting, key rotation, two-way contracts. Every person's going to have a role on this team. And that's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
And my expectation for the starting lineup, I don't think Deuce is going to start anymore. I think the
Ooh.
fifth starter is going to be interchangeable. So the core is going to be Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns. The fifth starter is going to depend on matchup variations.
Okay.
That's a,
interesting. That's interesting. He brought some butter to his roll.
that's the answer I expected yesterday from Mike Brown, and I was kind of shocked that he didn't give that answer when they were talking about the starter, because it was a layup. Like, just say, hey, it depends on who we're playing. But he's like, nah, camp is gonna find out who's gonna be the starter. Like,
But I
Nah,
like that though. I do like that. I like that because I like that. You want to know why? It's a competition. We ain't trying to hand out no handouts. This is New York, man. We're trying to win a chip.
I don't know. There's realism. There's talk between people, and there's realism. I, Personally, what I think is he's not going to be able to. I think he needs Josh Hart to buy in, and I think he has to give Josh Hart a little bit before he takes it away. You know what I mean?
What do you
Before
mean,
just
like
Bro,
automatically
Josh has to
taking it
prove
away.
himself?
bro, Josh Hart is gonna buy in because he has 30 million reasons why to buy in. That's one.
Exactly.
Two, he's up here with his people, so he has no choice. He has roots now in the city. If you don't realize is like Josh Hart, for real, and y'all don't really listen. I don't know if people really even listen to him. Josh Hart ain't gonna play past a certain age. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Josh Hart's gonna hang it up.
He's 30
And
now, right?
he's over 30. He's about to be 31. So y'all gotta really sit back and think about what he's saying. Because he's gonna probably end up trying to replace Wally Zerbiak or what I'm saying, one of them cats over there up in the booth. So think
I can
about that.
definitely see it.
Yeah.
I can see it. No, that's me being serious. I can actually see that. You want to know why? Because, like, Josh Hart feels like he could be in a commentary booth, minimum. He knows the game, right? He's been around the league for a long time, right? And not to mention, too, he would make one hell of a podcaster. He's already doing it with Jalen Brunson. But I could see him and JB just doing the roommates podcast for a long time once they retire.
I've been right back. I'm gonna use so much.
No, I really just think there's certain people that you have to give them a little something. And I think just Josh, I think you would probably I think they're gonna respect him enough to just okay, let's just see it first. Let's see it
Right.
first. Oh, okay. All right, we got something different. But I think they're gonna let him. I think they'll at least see it first.
At least.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go. I think that was. Are they going to come back?
Yeah, they just stepped away for a second.
I actually got to bounce, Fritz. It was always good talking to you.
All
Give the
right.
others my love.
All right. Check you later.
Damn, bro, you traded Mitch that fast, bro?
Man,
Yeah, well, I just washed my hands and Mitch gone already.
Mitch went quick on eBay.
Yo, the Josh Hart thing, I ain't gonna front, bro. I think that might be down the road. I do agree with what Fritz is saying though, that out of respect for Josh and everything he brought to the organization, they'll probably give him, the starter's nod.
Just for a little
homage.
bit. Just for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, we tried it. It didn't work. Don't just throw me on the bench and say, "Hey, it ain't working."
Right. Right. Yeah. No, I respect that.
Because you need him. Like there's some people who could do a job even though they're not happy.
Right.
And there's some people they can't do the job if they're not happy. And Josh seems like maybe you don't do that with Josh. There's some people because you're not dealing with just Josh, you're dealing with Josh, Brunson. They're all connected.
Right. The
You know what I
Nova
mean?
Boys start with Josh, bro. The Nova Boys don't start with Brunson. Right? We need to make that clear. Like Bridges is the last of the Nova Boys. Like he came in last. Right. And I'm not saying he's not the best player. I'm just saying in the assembly of the Nova Boys, right, is Ryan Archidiakono, right? Remember, he was a Knick first, right? He was the scout. He came to scout the landscape, right? And then sent the word back to JB, like, JB, bro, you can come here and be a star, bro. Right? And so you got Ryan Archie, and before him, their starting center was here. Fritz, you know who their starting center was? The Nova Boys?
Oh yeah, what's his name? Yeah.
Amari Spellman.
Yeah, they put him in for like what, preseason?
Yeah, he came. They was like, yo, get in the best shape of your life. He's supposed to take Julius Randle job, bro. They get in the best shape of your life. He came in here smelling like cheeseburgers and shit. I mean, they were like, yo, you 289, bro. You 289, get in the best shape of your life. And that man showed up at 311. Oh my God. Oh my God. But yeah. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. Out of respect, I think Josh Hart might get started. I can see that being a strong possibility, right?
Yeah.
If and that is if everybody makes it through camp healthy, right? If everybody makes it through camp healthy, then of course Josh should get the nod, even though he may not be the ideal fit long term. But Josh Hart, everywhere he goes, bro, he's the teacher's pet. That's one thing that we also got to remember too. Like when Josh first got here, remember the whole Josh and RJ thing, and RJ would be coming off the floor, and Josh Hart would have his arms around Thibs talking to him. And this man been here for 37 hours, and now he got Tom Thibodeau ear. He the teacher's pet, bro.
Yeah.
So yes,
I think people underestimate what Josh can bring to the team. I don't think he's being used the best way.
And when I say teacher's pet, I don't mean that in a bad way, y'all.
Yeah. I think Josh Hart, maybe it was 2 years ago in the playoffs. Like, I would like that Josh Hart.
Ooh.
Like, where he's just like, you give him the ball, he's going to take off. You know what I mean? Just high energy. Yeah, just cutting to the rim. Like, you know what I mean? I think sometimes, like, they was giving him too much to do. Trying to make him into a playmaker. Just doing too much.
Ooh. I don't know how to take that one. Josh was doing too much?
No, like I don't like the idea of Josh is bringing the ball up and trying to distribute. I don't mind Josh taking the ball up if he's going to create like a mini fast break or create transition really quickly, but I don't want him trying to play point guard.
Ooh. You have a secret Josh Hart dislike.
No, I like it. I like when I see Josh out there like looking like young Russell Westbrook. That's what I like. Like when you take something like a play that's looking like it's gonna be a half court play, and then you make sure it's still a transition play, or like that's the genius of Josh Hart. But when you try to take Josh Hart and then you try to overcomplicate it, I don't like it.
You don't like the Swiss Army knife, Josh?
No.
Oof.
I don't.
Oof. I don't know how to take that, bro. Because I think that's Josh Hart in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think Josh Hart is a Swiss Army knife. I think Tom Thibodeau may have used him wrong. And there's no disrespect to Tom Thibodeau. Again, right? I'm not trying to kick his back end because Deuce did a good enough job, bro. I don't need to do it, right? My thing is with Josh is when you have guys that are the Swiss Army knife type, you kind of have to let them be the Swiss Army knife type, right? You feel me? Like there are gonna be some good Josh and bad Josh, and I think we just have to live with it. Derek Franks is in the building. Salute. So, Fritz, I respect what you're saying from a basketball sense, right?
Mhm.
right? So if it sounds like if it sounds like I'm not jiving with Fritz, that's not the case. What I'm saying is, I think, man, you gotta let Josh be Josh, right? Like, I'm not saying that he earned the right to do whatever he wants to do. I don't think any NBA player should do whatever they feel like doing, right? But I do believe that Josh is a good enough player where you can trust him in those situations, like Fritz mentioned, if that makes sense. So it may not make sense, but I'm trying to have it make sense, and it probably doesn't.
No, like he operates well in chaos. Like he's very
Oh,
he's a very alert player. Um,
I see where this is going.
hmm.
I see where this is going.
No. You know how everybody's saying, "Hey, I want to see a lot less of Josh Hart,"
You're telling
and
me that he's
and
not in control. You're saying that you can't trust Josh. That's what you're saying. It doesn't seem like it, but that's what I'm hearing.
not that I don't trust him. I think he was. I don't think the way he was used last year was very constructive.
Ooh.
Like, okay, the reason I didn't like Josh for 40 minutes isn't because Josh isn't good. Josh didn't do well in 40 minutes because in 40 minutes he had to pace himself. I think he's best when he has more energy than the other
Unleashed.
player.
You like him unleashed.
I like him unleashed, so I would like less of him. So he's not. I don't want him playing at the same pace as the other player. So I may have to play him less, so he's well rested.
You said pay him or play him less.
No, play him less because I
Right.
think he's best when he's operating at a different speed than the other player, and I think
Mm.
that's his advantage. And when you were playing him 40 minutes a game, he's pacing himself to play 40 minutes, and he's playing at the same speed as other players. I'm like, that just defeats the point. That defeats the point.
I'm gonna say this. Hey, salute to Felicia Lee. Hey, it's good to see you, Lee. Yeah, it's good. It's good to see Lee in the chat. Um, I guess where I am at with it is, I think Josh Hart being an arbiter of chaos is his best role. A
Absolutely.
disruptor, a chaos. Now,
Mhm.
I guess what I'm hearing is that when you pace Josh's minutes, he can't be that because you got to pace his minutes.
No,
Is
no.
that
When
right?
you play him too much, he's pacing himself. He's like, "Oh, I want to be in here 2 quarters in a row. Like, I'm gonna play the first quarter and a half, and he's gonna play. He's not gonna play like he's gonna get taken out in 5 minutes. He said, I gotta last a quarter and a half, so I can't go crazy. I can't like put my all into it.
I know what you're saying.
Like, I can't. You're not gonna run a marathon the same way you run a sprint. Like, you know what I mean? And I think like that whole marathon at way we were playing him last year, I think it kind of dialed down his best attributes.
Chaos,
The
because he
chaos
didn't
factor.
have because he didn't have the energy to do it.
Yeah. Because it's not Josh Hart's advantage isn't that he plays the other person has to play at his speed. And then when they play at his speed, they make mistakes.
Okay.
They make mistakes that other people could capitalize on.
Right.
So if he's not operating at that speed, like you're losing effectiveness.
Uh, Fritz. I don't really want to take Josh out of a lineup. I have to think about what you're telling me, right? Because I'm not intimating that what you're saying doesn't make sense. My heart is telling me that Josh Hart should play a ton of minutes. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I'm not disputing what you're saying in that sense. I just don't want to live in a world where Josh Hart is limited.
Yeah. No, there's a difference between I ended up playing a whole bunch of minutes and I planned to play a whole bunch of minutes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because when you plan for it, you pace it.
Yeah, golly, bro. I'm thinking about what you're saying, and it makes a ton of sense. I don't know, man. Limiting Josh just seems like it's like your dog being sad because he can't go outside and play.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not one of those people who's like, yo, I just want to see a lot less of Josh. That's not my whole take on it. Say, hey, I just want to see him play less so he's more effective.
Chat, what do y'all think? Yeah, I think we're selling Mitch short, man. And I generally don't disagree. I generally don't disagree with Kerry Cox often. In this case, I think Cox might be wrong, and this is out of respect. That's why I'm prefacing this. I think we got to get out of the Tom Thibodeau, Mitchell Robinson mindset. Like what Mitchell Robinson looked like under Thibs, and what Mitchell Robinson is going to look like in a wide open floor, and with Mike Brown, I think those are two different things.
You think he can get off? Do you think he's going to be able to get off Azzy?
No, never. What I do think though is there'll be some times where we'll be reminded that Mitchell Robinson is a 90 percentile athlete at the center position. I think we'll get reminded of that. Mike Brown said it himself. Mike Brown was like, man, I could throw 3 lobs to Mitch every game myself. And Mike Brown is 55 years old, right? That's what he said in his press conference. He's like, man, I could throw 3 lobs to Mitch per game. That's what Mike Brown said. Just him saying that makes you think like, well, why? How come we hadn't been doing it? And then Deuce McBride came to the podium and said, our offense has been stagnant. We don't have any cutters. ISO basketball hurt the team. Now, is he just throwing Jalen Brunson under the bus? Nah. Because Deuce ain't throwing Jalen Brunson under the bus because he don't want to end up in Utah. Right? He just saying that Tom Thibodeau's way was a different way.
It's a different way. Yeah. Tom, I think Mike Brown's more about getting open, and Tom Thibodeau is more about hitting the shot. Tom Thibodeau's like, just practice more. You hit the shot. But if your scheme was to get more people open, they would hit more shots.
Okay. Yeah.
But in Tom Thibodeau's mind, it was practice. If you just practice shot more, you would hit it.
Oh God. Oh my God, bro. I ain't even going.
And that used to annoy me so bad when he used to say that.
Like,
you just
bro,
be in
when
the
that
gym
man
more.
said the game will tell you what to do. If I heard the game tell you what to do one more time, bro, I'm legit, bro, blowing a gasket, bro. Like legit, the game is gonna tell you what to do. That's not a basketball strategy. Right? Well, what kind of basketball strategy is that? The game will tell you what to do.
It makes sense if you listen.
I think it's BS, bro.
I mean, but
because the game it's a game of two sides of the floor. It's a game of put the ball in the basket and then stop the other team from putting the ball in the basket. But if your sole focus is to stop the other team from putting it in the basket, your mindset is, hey, we can win 1-0. Right? We can legit defensive guys, they like, hey, we can win this game 1-0 because and I've been around elite defensive coaches before, high school and college. I went to the camp, the guy from Wofford, not the guy from Wofford, what's the school? Yeah, the guy from Wofford, right? He used to have the camp every so this is like the 90s. His whole mindset was if you stop them from scoring, you'll win. Right? If you stop them from scoring and you hit a free throw, you'll win every game. And so when you have defensive guys, they'll say stuff like, yo, we gotta give more effort on defense, man. We gotta hit these boards. The possession doesn't end until you get the rebound. And then on offense, they'll be like, the game will tell you what to do. And you're like, what? That's your strategy? Your strategy is the game will tell you what to do on offense. And then when we see Jalen Brunson dribble, people are like, hey, man, Jalen Brunson dribbling the ball too much, man. He dribbling the air out the ball. Well, if the coach drew up had sets that they could run, this would not be an issue.
I don't know. I think in his mind, he's trying to beat Jeffy and Gundy.
A mind is a terrible thing to waste. The United Thibs College Fund, bro. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, bro. You out here saying the game will tell you, what's the defense? Coach, what's the play? Hey, the game will tell you what to do. What, you think we got LeBron? Like, you think we got, you giving me the MJ strategy, bro? Like, you legit, your offense is so bad that you traded for Derrick Rose everywhere you went. Like, everywhere you went, you had to have Derrick Rose, bro. That's your answer? Give the ball to who?
Every place he's went, he's needed a magician.
Bro,
a magician to make his stuff make sense. You need someone who literally can like
make something out of nothing.
Every place you go.
And no disrespect to Thibs again, like not trying to kick his back in, but the reason why we're arguing late into the night is because we don't understand what Mike Brown can do, because for the past few years, the coach that was here before, he didn't draw up nothing dynamic. To be honest, he didn't draw up nothing dynamic on defense either. He had a scheme like he is Buddy Ryan, he's 46 defense. He Tom Landry in the 4-3. He is Bill Belichick with the hybrid 3-4-4-3 defense. Right? That's him. Right? You depend on it, and then once people figure it out, you're not the man no more. You know how we thought Bill Belichick was absolutely the man, and then teams were like, okay, we got this 4-3, 3-4 hybrid thing figured out. What we're gonna do is throw the ball to the running backs and make your big 270-pound linebackers try to tackle a 200-pound blazing fast running back. Right? That's what we're gonna do to you. And once they got figured out, bro, it's is there a way for Fritz, how do we get over the Tom Thibodeau obsession that we have, bro? Like every show that I watch on YouTube, bro, all the content creators, I'm not gonna lie, everybody talks about Thibs, bro. You notice that? Like everything they draw, like every experience they draw from is Tom Thibodeau. Like I saw y'all, bro. I was watching in the bushes. Everything is fire. Everything is
It
like.
is. It is. But you know what? I think
So how do
if
we
Mike
get past
Brown,
it, though?
if Mike Brown comes in here and he shows, okay, I think if the offense comes in and it's just smooth, I think they'll forget. Just like how Golden State had Mark Jackson. How can you fire Mike Jackson? Like they finally winning,
Right.
and then the next coach, once it's better, they forget about the old coach.
Yeah.
Once you show them something better,
Okay.
and I don't, you know what? The one thing, the defense may not have to be elite, but they have to be winning. Like just the one thing, they can't be losing, and the defense is bad. Because that's gonna, that's when you gonna, his name will come to the forefront. Because one thing Mike Brown isn't doing, you know how coaches come in talking
Right.
about Knicks legacy, just a team, tough team. This is a tough city. Of course, we gotta have tough defense. Mike Brown is not talking that. Like, is not that isn't his talking point.
No, I think that's a dead end road too. By the way,
Mm-hmm.
like because Knicks fans are tired of hearing, like how many times can you hear, oh, this is a city of toughness, and before you like, yeah, man, that's what the last dude said. Where your results at?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, he is totally skipping that
Right.
whole. That is like it's like a requirement for coaches coming in and talking about that.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, man. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, it sounds like Mike Brown want to break the mold, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Like I'm over it. I lived through the 80s and 90s when the 82 to 78 scores. Like I'm over it.
Yeah.
If we win 140 to 120, if we won by 20, I'm happy.
I'd be impressed with that. I'd be impressed with that too because of the net rating. Like
Yeah.
I'm legit obsessed. I'm obsessed with the net rating. Like I don't care if we win 110 to 100 every night. I don't care if we win 150 to 125 every night, bro. To me, the net rating is the most important. And I know that's an unpopular take. People are like, yo, pick a side, man. Stop being scared. What you want? Offense and defense. Hey man, I'm in the middle, bro. I just want to win. I don't care. Right? And I know everybody want me to pick a side. Like, stop being soft, Uncle Freezie. All right, they want me to be. Hey, you ever saw that movie American Gangster?
Pieces. I never see the whole thing.
Right. They want me to be Tango, right? They want me to be Tango, right? Put the money in the jar, Frank. Nah, man. I just want to win, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's me. I just want to win, man. I don't care nothing about who gets us to these dubs or whatever. I just, man, winning to me is the ultimate thing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to me, that's the ultimate thing. Winning.
Mm-hmm.
How do we get there? How do we get to winning?
Yeah.
Is there a formula for us to get there? Right? Like how do we get to winning consistently every night? I don't know. I'll be honest with you, Fritz. I don't. Right? Because conventional wisdom will tell you that defense might win championships, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, you've seen with your own eyes that you can't advance in the playoffs if you don't have a offensive dynamo. You got to have some type of offensive dynamo in order to win in today's NBA, bro. You got to have a certified bucket getter from somewhere.
Mhm.
Right. And so while I don't know, boss. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, boss. I'm in that weird place, man, of I don't care how you get there, just get there.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
I'm there. I'm there. Because we've seen teams the last like decade win not the not the way that we've been building.
Okay.
Like like enough defense is enough defense. Like you don't have to have the best defense. You just need enough.
Okay.
And I think you don't have to be the best. I don't think the NBA's I don't think defense wins championships is an absolute. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Enough defense is enough. Yeah.
I feel you, right? I just I would love to see some good defense though.
Yeah. It's about stopping people when it's time. Like
Right.
when it's time to lock down, you gotta. Hey, we're down 10. Hey, we gotta close that gap. You're gonna have to play some better defense than you've been playing in
Right.
that moment. But if you're up 20, I don't need elite defense.
Okay.
You know what? The other team might start panicking, and I don't have to work as hard as I had to. They're gonna spend more energy because they're nervous. Like they'll do the job. They'll do themselves in.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm, the thing, okay. So the thing is, man, with me is I trust OG and Bridges. I think
Mhm.
OG and Bridges are an elite wing tandem, right? And I know that's not a popular thing to say. I know I'm supposed to say something clickbaity or viral. I just trust these dudes, bro.
Yeah. I,
You know,
mhm.
yeah. I
I
just trust.
didn't like how Mikel was used last year. I don't. If I'm Mike Brown, I'm trying to free up Mikel.
Yeah.
I'm trying to Mikel like, too valuable, too good of a shooter to be jammed up like that. Right. That's when you go get some guy who hmm, his whole job is to play defense and keep the ball moving.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and then Mikel, like, I need you to get open. That's your job. Like
How is
that's your job is
how
to
is
get
he gonna
open.
get open though? These are like the micro questions that we have.
Yeah,
Like, how is this dude gonna get open when nobody's cutting?
that's what he's here for. Because that hasn't been the focus. That
I don't,
hasn't been the focus.
I don't
Like
understand though.
standing around that ain't it's it's too hard for no reason. You shouldn't have to be an elite ISO player. You shouldn't
Right.
have to be an elite ISO player. Like if you're smart enough to get open, if you're a good shooter, you're gonna. There's no reason why the last few years hardly anybody shot 40%. But like 4 years ago, we had how many players over 40%? It's just the
Oh,
quality shots.
you talking about um
Yeah.
the what's the name? Yeah, the year Deuce. You talking about the year
Yeah.
Deuce, Randall, RJ,
Oh
all them,
no, over 40%.
all top 40% from three.
Like, how come we can never duplicate it again? I think it's quality of shots. I don't think those players got worse at offense. I think it's quality of shots.
Mm, okay. You think the quality of shots went down?
Yeah. So much ISO ball, not shooting in rhythm. I think if he focuses on ball movement and everybody getting open shots, I think we would be surprised how good the offense is. You got the
Okay.
best big man shooter of all time,
Right.
and you wasn't exploiting that. You
Nope.
wasn't. You weren't pressing the spam button every time you could.
You this dude legit, Carl Anthony Towns legit is probably the best big man you and I have ever seen taking other bigs off the dribble. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. But since we're watching it in real time, we can't get an appreciation for what we're watching because
Mm-hmm.
we're watching it in real time. Right? It's like in a few years when they start talking about Steph Curry, we were like, nah, Steph Curry might be the greatest offensive player pound for pound we've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But when you say it right now, you're like, nah, man, Steph Curry ain't no best player pound for pound. Steph Curry ain't the best 6'3" scorer of all time. But statistics gonna say, yeah. You know. And so I can, yeah. Yeah. So basically what you're saying about Tibbs and Mike Brown, basically what everybody is saying about Mike Brown, I can almost like concur. Like Mike Brown legit has to show us. At the same time, when a group of people are telling y'all that things should be and could be better, I think at some point we got to start listening. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
at some point we got to be like, hey, you know what? Maybe it's something to like all these complaints that people have. You know what I'm saying? Like legit, I understand like a lot of us have legitimate complaints, right? Like legit complaints are out here, right? But if we don't necessarily listen to like what these smart people have to say, is it the person that has the skills to do that, or is it us? You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that though I appreciate everything Tom Thibodeau did for the organization, I think everyone knows that Tom Thibodeau has a shelf life. Like everybody knows that that shouldn't be like when I say that people shouldn't be like, oh, he said a dirty word. Nah, man. I don't think anybody should be shocked when they hear that. Right? What I do think though is people should be shocked if they hear the opposite of that. Like Tibbs should still be here.
Yeah.
I think people should be shocked if they hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so what are y'all doing on Nick of Time show for your season preview?
We had our first show yesterday. It was kind of like updating the fans and stuff like that.
Hey, y'all got big stuff going on.
But what you been hearing?
Yeah, y'all got. I ain't breaking that stuff on this channel. That's y'all channel.
Yeah. Like yeah. I mean, we got. I don't know. We're not the biggest channel, but I think he have like some real professionals, like at something.
Yeah. I'll let you in on a secret.
Mhm.
2026, I'm gonna try to have the biggest channel on YouTube.
Absolutely, you and Mr. Beast.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about Knicks content.
Oh,
I'm talking Knicks
okay,
content.
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna
All
try.
right.
I'm gonna see if that can actually work. Me and
But
Mr.
one,
Beast. You said me and Mr. Beast at the same thing, man.
yo,
Yo, you sleepy, bro?
but Uncle Freezy, like, I have my personal goals, but I got goals for you, Freezy. Though this year,
Okay.
we gotta see you on, some big stages this year. We gotta see
Okay.
you on like Begley. We gotta see you on SNY.
I don't like that
Bro,
stuff, bro. Y'all know I don't like that stuff, bro.
bro, you can't keep
I don't like that
all that
stuff, bro.
talent to yourself. It ain't all yours. You
Yeah,
can't keep it to yourself, bro.
I know. I don't. No disrespect to them guys, bro, but I like what we do here. Like legitimately, you don't when you come here, like when Fritz is on the joint, like just since the first day you've been on the screen, you never had to watch what you say here.
Mhm.
Right? You could say what you want to say, and I'm not the guy like, man, I'm keeping receipts. Like I'm not that guy in real life, bro. Right? Like the first time like you was here, man, we were so stressed out over a scenario, bro. I was like, what the in my mind, I'm like, yo, this dude's a live wire. What is he doing? But I kept it to myself because, you know what I'm saying, you should have the freedom to not worry about if you rock the boat, people gonna be mad. You feel me?
Mhm.
Like to me, this is a Knicks fans channel. And when I start doing other stuff, like going on and doing other stuff like that, man, it takes the essence away of us. Be like legit. We're a mom. This is a mom and pop restaurant, right? Soul food. Like this is a Haitian food spot, right? And when I start franchising, it take away from that. You feel me?
I mean, you're
Like
gonna take away from the rudeness.
yeah, like yeah, of
Ask you for
course.
extra sauces. Okay, okay.
Yeah. No, you ain't getting no more damn napkins. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like legit. Now you talking about now I have to, and then also I gotta kind of hide my identity a little bit because I got a thing like I'm licensed in New York and I do all these things behind the scenes. I don't want people to know all these different things. And then you know what I'm saying to have clients be like, "Yay, man, I saw you on SNY with a wife beater and a necklace. I didn't know that was that. I didn't know you had that side of you." And I'm like, "Yeah, Chuck. Yeah, I just did. Yeah. I don't want to do that, right?
Sign on the dotted line. Okay.
Yeah, I like where I am with it. You know what I'm saying? Like we get on at nighttime and we just talk that talk the way that we like to have that talk to us. Ain't nobody ain't nobody hurt by it. We doing it here. The people here that's loyal, they're gonna come in and they're gonna put their comments in the comment section without worrying about is somebody gonna be mad at them because they said what they said. Li1, and I might agree on a lot of stuff, and then on the 30% of the stuff, like we agree on 70% of the stuff. The 30% of the stuff that we disagree about, man, we know it ain't nothing personal. I ain't hurt, and he ain't hurt. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, like I'm not saying anonymity in that sense, but what I'm saying is the step out there to this next stage. I think it requires me personally to like let some stuff in my personal life go and to do more stuff for Lawrence Kids in that sense. And I don't want to do it that way. What I would rather do is be the producer of stuff and then be behind the scenes just to make sure everything be dope. Right. And that's why I don't could we be bigger? Yeah, could we have grown faster? Yeah, we probably could have grown faster. Right. But if we grew at that pace, I'd be like, Fritz, on this show, man, you can't talk about trading Mitch. And none of us want to be that, bro. You know what I'm saying? We just want to keep it a stack, right? You just want to keep it a stack, man. Have our opinions and people that come because when I look at the YouTube views for this versus the subscriptions is crazy. Like I can't get people to subscribe, right? But the people that subscribe is crazy. Like the stats, the people that like it here, they stay and watch the entire joint. There is no, oh, they watch 30% of the show, right? They watch the whole joint, right? Basically, right? Mm-hmm. But for new audiences, they see me cut Cowboy Bob off or tell Corey Lee he wrong or tell Dre, nah, you can't analytic me to death, Dre. You know what I'm saying? Like people see that and they be like, oh, snap, they arguing, man. This might not be the channel for me. But the people that I do that with, right, they know who I am. They know how we talk. They say that to me and it don't even bother me. Mm-hmm. Like, they, nah, man, you wrong, Uncle Freezie. I'm like, okay, tell me why I'm wrong. I ain't hurt. You know, that don't bother me. And so for that reason, I like Lawrence Tibbs being on this avenue of the, because it's different. It's not a fake Knicks fans channel. It's a real Knicks fans channel. Like I don't say, oh, this is the faniest of all fans and fan this, fan that. And then you know what I'm saying, the fans don't really get no real like with me. I say this is a Knicks fans channel. Y'all put y'all comments in the chat. And I legit talk to y'all, like legit, like Long Island Sound 1 on and somewhere else would be Long Island Sound 1. They may gloss across a comment and keep it moving. I'm gonna call L. I ain't saying Long Island Sound 1 every time I see him. I ain't saying I'm gonna say LI1. That's the agreement, right? Say LI1. I'm gonna read every comment, whether I put it on the screen or not. Right? Because it depends on the flow of the conversation. Like if you legit talking about one thing and somebody in the chat says something and another thing, even if it's dynamic, I got to keep the show on topic. That's what I was telling Yuri. Like, when we be up, like if Fritz is cooking about Mitch, he ain't talking about Josh, bro. Like, don't snatch the show away from that man. Just, you know what I'm saying? So for that reason, I'm like, I can appreciate that. If they, because I've had invites for stuff, but at the same time, I'm like, man, I appreciate that, right? I don't know if I'm ready for people that use services and all that stuff to see me on joints and all that stuff. They're like, man, that man named Uncle Freezie. That man ain't your woogie. Hey, bro, why you come on, dog? I mean, relax, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the lightest Nigerian I've ever seen in my life. Relax, bro. Calm down. Like, so yeah, but what about y'all? Is that the move y'all doing?
Oh no, no. Like I think this year everybody's focused. Everybody's focused. You know what I mean?
I know what you
everybody's.
That mean y'all spending money, bro. Y'all spending money. What y'all doing? Upgrading computers and stuff?
I don't know. I'm not the owner of that channel. Not the owner of that channel.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I'm glad. I love the crew there, man. I love the crew there.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna just do it this way, bro. I think I found it's a moth in here, bro. It's a moth in here with a death wish, y'all. Like I'm waving at the moth or whatever. And I hit the moth, and the moth was like, so, but yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know, Fritz, bro. I think we in a good spot, bro. Mm-hmm. Like legit. I think we figured out something with the algorithm. I think we're gonna try to exploit it for as long as it's exploitable, and then when things reset itself, we'll just go back to being ourselves, and then when we can find another way, then we'll do it again. I sent the guy a super chat, right? I sent a guy a super chat. It was like $200. Like I sent this dude a super chat. I was like, yo, I got this channel and I'm trying to like grow this audience and blah, 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 blah. And he gave me a ton of advice, right? He did, but it wasn't a Knicks channel. It was a Marvel. You know, people are really into like comic books and stuff, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I went to this dude. He was talking about Marvel and all that stuff. And I just randomly hit him like 200 because he was reading super chats like Macri. He was just like, he didn't even have no content. He was just up there live stream. All you saw super chats coming in, right? And so I just sent it to him, like, yo, this don't have nothing to do with Marvel, bro. I'm just trying to grow this channel. And he sent me some advice or whatever on it. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna implement that. Like, basically, part of it was if something is stopping you from growing, don't continue to do it. You know, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna what's the word I'm looking for? Are you gonna keep doing something in a way, or do you want to reach a broader audience? Right. And so for me, we reach a lot of people, right? But it's this thing with the channel is all the conversations are not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, remember how we was talking about the pool hall and me putting my hand in the pickle pig feet jar? That like that's the conversation. They not tuned in for that. They tuned in to talk Knicks. But I can't have, that's a part of me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's a part of, that's what you're gonna get as the host of the channel. I'm here to let people know I'm a real person. I'm not a secret insider. I'm not rich. I'm just an average human being, just kicking it with people that I know and like to have conversations with. And we not gonna always agree. And I've been saying for day one, like anybody that come around and just agree with everything I say, it make me flip out because I can't trust it. I want people to be themselves. Like even if it make me cause a conflict or something, just beef. It's just something in my spirit. It's like, is this person just around just to kiss up or something? I'm like, I can't do that. I gotta keep it a stack. That's why when I be talking to y'all, and I press y'all some, like I know I press y'all, so I press people in real life, right? When I press y'all don't take that personally, like, yo, Uncle Freezie hate me. You know what I'm saying? You like, nah, this dude, he pressing me because he know I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's something deeper there. Like I trust, like you remember how I told you, like I trust the front office because I trust smart people to figure stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same way that I feel about y'all. Like legit, when I be with y'all and y'all, like I have a sense that y'all figured something out and y'all ain't want to say, I'll press you, like, bro, you know what I'm saying? And then to get to a point, like if you don't want to say, you be frustrated. It's not like I'm trying to frustrate somebody on purpose, like just to get, S and G's from the chat. It's because this smart person has something to say and they won't say it. Say it. Which is it's gonna hurt something. I mean, the computer ain't gonna melt unless Fritz talk about trading Mitchell Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the thing, bro. So yeah, man. What about NBA economy show, bro?
I got a plan. Right now, I know I have more time on my hands starting in December, so I definitely want to make it more fun. And have more guests.
More guests. Wow.
Yeah, more guests. I haven't invited Freezie on the show. Because I don't know. I think it should be like set when I bring Freezie on. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta show off once Freezie come on. So I gotta get ready.
What I would do, bro, if I were you, and I know I'm not you, and I'm not pretending to be, right? But I would have at least one set show per week, right? Where everybody can set their schedule to it instead of the pop-ups, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like one set show per week. Like, say for instance, every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, I know NBA economy show is gonna be on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that way I can kind of set my schedule to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm out and about, blah, blah, blah. And I know your schedule may not permit But that's my advice, right?
Consistency, yeah.
Yeah, that way I can, that way I can kind of set my clock to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? What am I doing? Oh, I'm up, man. I've been up since 8 o'clock. I bet you Fritz on right now. Turn the thing on, 10 o'clock. Sure enough, Fritz intro playing. Sure enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And same thing. I told Queen B, I'm like, hey, I think I said it, if I didn't say it, I'm probably gonna tell her, but stop doing so much stuff for other people, man. Do stuff for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You watching other people grow, and then you like, why am I not growing? Well,
yeah.
You get your talent away, basically.
Yeah. I think this year, like, I don't know if you heard of some of the YouTube changes coming up.
Nah, I ain't.
But yeah, so they're like pushing collaborations for the next thing. So collaborating people and getting credit for collaborating.
Oh, you mean both channels? You mean both channels?
Yeah, so like I think Twitch, that's kind of like a thing on Twitch.
Okay.
Like if you appear on somebody else's channel, you're like a collaborator. And even though you don't get any AdSense for being a guest, but you can share their views. So so your views is your views, but it kind of counts behind the scenes on yours, even though, you know what I mean, for appearing on somebody else's podcast.
Yeah, Lawrence, next year, this year we grew tremendously. At the beginning of the year, I don't know what happened. So I spoke with somebody, and I'll keep it a stat chat. Y'all know I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I ain't got nothing to hide. Like, I don't owe y'all nothing. Y'all don't owe me nothing. But early in the year, I was late last year, I was calling YouTube like, yo, y'all got me in baby jail, bro, and I don't appreciate it. I'll just talking to YouTube and all that, right? Right? YouTube was like, nah, man, we don't do that. We don't shadow ban and all that stuff. So I had the conversation with him. I spoke to a guy behind the scenes, and they wanted me to pay them to promote videos, right? And I was like, man, I ain't paying. What? I'm gonna pay you to promote this so that y'all can pay me. Nah, bro, this sound like 3-card Monty, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is like the ball and cup game. Like this like the shell game right here, bro. This sound like. And so I talked to a dude, and he was like, nah, man, it ain't that. It's just this thing. So I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I ain't doing this. I ain't gonna do that. Right? But while I was thinking about it, the channel exploded with subscribers. Where did it come from? I don't know. How I did it? I don't know. How we got there? I don't know. But what I do know is the dude hit me, and he was like, man, just try it. And just try it for 30 days, whatever. And I tried it for 30 days, and I stopped getting subscribers, and all my views went down. $89 down the drain. Bro, I could have bought me a pair of Forces. Bro, do you know, I'm a big guy. Do you know what kind of food I could have bought in a month for $89, bro? And I told myself, I never do that again, bro. Never. Right? However we grow, we gonna grow. And listen, my people gonna hit the like button because basically this channel is their channel. Like, we doing this thing in the middle of the night. We rocking. It's 1:45 on the East Coast, and we rocking because my people ain't going nowhere. They in the chat. They hanging out. They want to hear this Knicks talk. They want a Knicks channel that's gonna grow and be sustainable, and that's why they're here.
Mm-hmm.
They like Uncle Freezie, and I like them. Right? Yeah. That's what it is.
So don't pass up the tomahawk. Say the $89 for the tomahawk.
Yeah, man. Yeah, if you like to eat, Fritz, you look like a dude that don't like to eat, bro. I like to eat, bro.
Ah, man, you know what? I couldn't have. I feel too guilty. Like, if I had a tomahawk and I spent like $150 on a steak, man, I feel guilty about that.
It's because you Haitian. I met a occasionally at work I'll do something crazy, bro. right? I tell you, at work I do something crazy. Like I just bust out to me and like I say, like you know how you be on the cameras and like you know how you be on the screen and you got like 400 people in the thing. You know how the screen have so many people on it. You got to click through the screens to see people.
Yeah.
So on the thing they look at like whatever, and I'm like I see. Hey, Uncle Freezie, you got something to add? Yeah, I got something to add. You know what I'm saying? Just add a little thing. And the lady DM me, she's like, did you say? I was like, yeah, I said it. She's like, where'd you get that from? I'm like, hey, I'm Nigerian, I'm Haitian. She's like, you don't look Haitian. And the whole conversation started. And I'm like, yo, what does a Haitian person look like then? So, but anyways, yeah, man. So anyway, so chat, that's what we looking to do, man. We looking to cover these Knicks every day, right? Every day, cover these Knicks. Talking about, yo, my man put a trade thing in the chat. I saw it. I'm like, LI1, what you talking about? He want to trade Bridges for Devin Booker? Bro, you know Devin Booker about to make $74 million a year?
A year.
$74 million?
You know what? I saw I was looking at a podcast earlier and somebody had a Zion trade. I'm like, they had, I was like, really? Now?
Bro. I don't know. Bro. I don't know what a Zion to the Knicks trade look like, bro.
Yeah. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty.
I don't and Zion is my people, bro. Like
it's my people too. But like we can't we focus right now. We focus.
I'm saying like legit there are certain things we just like why now?
Yeah. Like you got everything you ever dreamed of. Like
why now?
This ain't the time. You know what? That's something like the Phoenix Suns to do. Like the one trade too far. You know, when that team like, oh, it is perfect. Let's go for one more guy, and it is ruining the whole thing.
Let's add another guy. Let's just trade our future for so Zion can come off the bench. That's so Phoenix Suns, bro.
My.
It's like why? What is it? What do you gain?
I don't know.
You know who I hadn't talked to on screen in a long time? Lee Escobedo. I think he done got too big for us, bro.
No, he's always. We have a group chat, and like we talk Knicks all day. We talk Knicks from from early in the morning till way late at night. We're just talking Knicks. And he ready. He ready to talk.
Escobedo?
Yeah. Y'all should have a conversation. There's been a lot of developments and yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready to talk to Lee on camera because we, like in a group chat, we be like going like at it, but we friendly.
Right.
We just have different thoughts on certain things.
Of course.
And I'm ready. I'm ready.
For Lee?
I'm ready.
I wouldn't mind seeing Lee on NBA Comedy Show.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But like my thing is I want to kind of be I haven't had people from my own show on there because I want something to actually talk about.
Right.
Like I said, okay, I want to be able to talk to these guys about like actual subjects, not just like how was your summer,
bro.
You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna say I'm the content king, but I do feel like I always have like stuff to talk about, like
Yeah.
legitimate stuff to talk about. Like I said on the Queen Bee show today that in my mind, the fifth starter should be Malcolm Brogdon,
Ooh.
and there should be no discussion about it. Don't at me with nonsense. Malcolm Brogdon should be the fifth starter. Like, don't come at me with nonsense. Like, it'll never work because he can't stay healthy. But nah, man, don't at me with that. At me with some basketball.
If you rewinded it 3 years,
See,
I
here we
think
go.
he would have been like, would have just inherited it. Like, it would have been no questions asked.
Fritz, you can't be a fraidy cat, bro.
No, but I think the only thing people really worry about is his durability.
Nah, Fritz. That's not the thing. I'll tell you, as a Knicks content creator, Knicks fans are gonna worry about everything, bro. You just gotta give them something to worry about. Like when you don't give them nothing to worry, because think about right now. Think about right now what we're talking about. This team made the Eastern Conference Championship, right? Right? Lost in 6 games to Indiana, right? And we're like, yo, on pins and needles too. Yo, I wonder who the fifth starter gonna be. Bro, the fifth starter rotated last year. Deuce was the fifth starter. Josh was the fifth starter. Mitch, whoever. Everybody had a turn as like the fifth starter. And you still made the Eastern Conference Finals. And guess what? Josh is still here. Mitch is still here. Deuce is still here. Like the Knicks, we're so passionate, bro. We are gonna worry about certain things. There is never, as a Knicks fan, you never get a day off.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're Knicks fans. Knicks fans never get a day off, bro. Like legitimately, Knicks fans are like, give me something to worry about. That's Knicks fans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. So like when I mentioned Brogdon as the starter, instead of us thinking about, well, why did Uncle Freezie say Brogdon is the starter? Like no thought is given to that. Right. All the thought is, man, he's broken down and rusty. Well, is he? Is he? Right? Because if you look at his past 3 to 4 years, he's been playing on lottery teams with nothing to. They had nothing to play for. They breaking in kids. They're trying to hit a Giannis lottery. Well, they won't get Giannis, but they're hoping one of their lottery picks turns into a Giannis, a Jokic, or that's why they pick so often every year. They're like, every guy we pick in the lottery, we're hoping this guy turns into Jokic or Brunson or SGA or something. So the motivation to play Malcolm Brogdon. So say Malcolm Brogdon has a bruised hip. He just hit the scorer's table, got a bruised hip, right? Most games, an NBA player is going to go in the back and get that spray. What's that spray they spray on a bruise? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Now you get picked up and it freezes the area.
Spray. Yeah.
Yeah. They spray that cold spray on it, bro, and you back out there playing. But Malcolm Brogdon in Portland hits the score table. He's going to be out 6 weeks with a hip contusion. And we're going to laugh. We're going to laugh because we know Portland tanking, right? But if you're Malcolm Brogdon, 2 things are happening. You're getting rusty from high leverage moments, right? Because remember, Brogdon went there from Boston.
Yeah.
Right? So he was playing high leverage games. They moved him. They basically jettisoned him out the way, right? They jettisoned him. Now he goes from playing high leverage games, NBA champion, all that, whatever, or finals, whatever it is, high leverage games, right? He goes from that to Portland, where if he clip his fingernail too close, he out 8 to 10 weeks, right? No motivation, because in theory, they want Shaden Sharp and at the time, Anthony Simons and Scoot Henderson to get those Malcolm Brogdon minutes anyway, because those dudes were young enough to be the future if everything went right. So while we were worried about Malcolm Brogdon being old and washed up, what we should be worried about is Malcolm Brogdon rusty, right? Has he been on mothballs too long, right? Like legit, how long is it going to take him to get back in championship mode? And the same thing for Jordan Clarkson in Utah. They drafting kids every year. They want these kids to play over Clarkson, and the only reason why he was there, was salary and vet mentorship. They were Utah was. Fritz, did you ever for a moment thought Utah was trying to win a championship last year?
He's still not.
Right, and so that's what I'm saying. That's why when we talk about Brogdon and Clarkson, right, we're not talking about these guys because these guys know how to play, bro. These dudes are lottery picks. These dudes know how to play, and they have the ability to, right, to play NBA basketball, right? And these dudes are not 37, 38. They're 32, 33 in an era where dudes are playing up until their late 30s. Like, look at Paul George age, Steph Curry age, Jimmy Butler age, Draymond Green age, Klay Thompson age, LeBron age. Like, all these dudes, bro, they playing into their late 30s, 40s. Mm-hmm. And the guy we're talking about is 32, 33. So, in theory, like, if we're looking at stuff and what it really is Malcolm Brogdon washed, right? Say he is. Say he is washed, right? Say he is washed. Are the Knicks handcuffed to him long term?
Nope.
And you know what they can also do? If Malcolm Brogdon is washed, what we can do is move him to another lottery team that just want a veteran in the building. So the kids they draft won't turn over the Gatorade machine. They need an adult in the room. That's what Malcolm Brogdon was in Washington. That's what he was in Portland, bro. That's what Jordan Clarkson was in Utah. Like, make sure that these kids don't spray paint the locker room or something crazy. They just needed an adult in the room. It's the reason why PJ Tucker was brought here, right? And so either way, the Knicks win. Like, if Malcolm Brogdon is the starting point guard, right, you're going to use Malcolm Brogdon. You're going to get every ounce of what's left in Malcolm Brogdon by making him the point of attack defender. Now you get Bridges back to being the elite two-way wing he was, right? Because now he guards wings instead of point of attack all night, getting bumped up and bruised all night long, and we wonder where his offense is. And now you get OG bumped down a slot to guard the jumbo wing. So you got one dude guarding the small wings, one dude guarding the jumbo wings, and depending on who we play that night, you got Malcolm Brogdon guarding SGA, or you got Malcolm Brogdon guarding LaMelo, right? You got Malcolm Brogdon guarding these big, athletic, strong guards instead of having Deuce McBride do it, or instead of having Bridges do it. And then Josh Hart, who's not really a great defender, right? Now you got Josh at power forward, right? And now, like, everybody's out of place because OG basically, with Josh, OG's got to guard two people with Cat, Josh, and Brunson on the floor, and OG out there behind Bridges by himself. You put Brogdon on the floor, now everybody slots into their positions defensively, right? Brogdon on ball. Right, Brogdon's going to be a smart team defender, right? He's going to turn guys away from the rim, right? Now, is he going to be super athletic? He's never been super athletic, right? Malcolm Brogdon's never been a super athletic guy. He's been a big, strong guard that has skill to pass, play, make, super intelligent. Might be the highest IQ in the NBA. Malcolm Brogdon legit might be president of the United States one day, because of his family background out of Atlanta. Like, all of them are lawyers. This dude is super smart. This dude is going to be, in 10 years, Malcolm Brogdon's probably going to be a senator somewhere. Senator out of Connecticut somewhere. Right? And so you start him, you get all the juice you can out of him. After the season, he looked like he washed, you let him walk. What's the harm in it? And then if you start him, you're gonna play Brogdon not starters minutes. You're not going to play him 31 minutes. You're going to play Brogdon somewhere between 18.
Low 20s. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Like how we used to do Elfrid Payton. Remember Elfrid Payton?
Yep.
Just because remember Derrick Rose was the point guard. Elfrid Payton just started. You remember when Elfrid Payton was here, and they as soon as you get like halfway through the first quarter and you see Alec Burks and Derrick Rose at the table.
Yeah.
And Elfrid Payton's like, oh God dog it. I may as well put my street clothes on because I ain't coming back. Right? So it's like that. And the thing about it is if you start Brogdon, all those slumps that we used to get into at the start of games, they don't exist anymore. You remember, hey, bro, you ain't never watched the Knicks play last year? You remember how teams used to jump out 17-5 on us or something like that, and we had to reel those things in, expend all that energy just to catch up and then take the lead and all of that. With Brogdon on the floor, bro, you don't get that. You don't get that, man. You get a lot of versatility, and then plus if Brogdon doesn't start, if Josh Hart starts, right? If Josh Hart starts, your 5-man off the bench is Yabusele and Mitch, Brogdon, Clarkson, Deuce. Does that put fear in anyone?
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's when you think about just the essence of basketball and what it could look like. That's what I'm saying, man. Like I ain't trying to run nobody off, but at the same time, man, you like some decisions you make, you have to think about the end and then backtrack and then think about how you got to think about the end and think about the beginning later, basically. I know Knicks fans don't want to think about that though. Like how you put the end first. You put the end first because you legit want to see how these things play out. So now you disagree? You still don't like Brogdon at point guard?
I like him. He's all right.
Yeah.
He's all right. It's kind of like a low floor, like high floor move. You don't know how, you know what I mean?
Right.
I would have liked Ben Simmons better, but I think, yeah, he's a great get. Like he legit held out. He legit held out. He could have been on a team if he wanted to.
Fritz, are you trying to start a fight with Knicks fans, bro? Is that what I'm hearing?
Probably.
Fritz Alcindor is legit, because what I'm hearing is Fritz Alcindor is trying to start a fight with Knicks fans. But why though? I'm trying to think about your strategy.
No, because that's what I feel. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not like that's how I feel. I can't say someone is absolutely wrong, but
yeah, nobody's right 100% of the time, bro.
Yeah, so
you just gotta operate with conviction. That's all.
Yeah, like yesterday we were going over like the starting five, and everybody when they put their starting five together, the one thing they end up with is, wow, we have way too many guards on the bench.
That's why you gotta start Brogdon, bro.
And I said, okay, they have to start. If you don't, like I said, if the roster stays the same, you're gonna have to start a guard.
Yeah, this is what Fritz, this is what I've been trying to tell everybody. Like legit, you have to think about the logistics of the roster. It can't just be, oh, this is my favorite player. Nah, we can't be thinking about that, bro. We gotta think like real legitimate stuff. Like
you can't have three guys. You can't have like a bunch of guys who can only play point guard or shooting guard, all stuffed in the same position.
Right. Because here's the thing, even if you have a love affair with Josh, right? You don't want, to Fritz's point about Josh, you don't want Josh to be joshing. Is that fair? That's fair to your point. Like you don't want Josh to be joshing around, right?
Yeah.
You don't want Josh to grab a rebound and bring the ball down and try to run the offense, and Jalen Brunson was begging for the ball the whole time.
That makes me so upset.
Yeah.
It makes me upset because I don't think Josh was going rogue. I think it was the planned play. And I'm like, they really drew this up.
This was your plan. This was your plan. Of all the plans in the world, this was the plan.
And he walked it up. It wasn't like he yeah.
Bro, I'm saying. I think I'm with you. Of all the plans in the world, this is what you came out of the locker room with.
I don't know. I just have a lot of questions. I can't wait to see the Knicks in Abu Dhabi playing the G League Sixers. Who can't? Yo, how did Kyle Lowry like sneak off into another job? Sneak off into retirement without telling nobody.
Bro.
Did you see that? Did you see that today?
Nah, I didn't see that.
All you saw was an announcement by Prime that he's like part of the Prime team, like their television analysts. And I'm like, he retired?
Wow. He didn't tell us.
And then a couple hours later, you hear Jared McCain fingers messed up. And I'm like, who's going to play on the Sixers? And then the ham sandwich is like, I'm not even going to Abu Dhabi because my contract ain't done.
Yo, the ham sandwich on. Yo, and
I'm
he's
like,
the worst kind of ham sandwich though, bro. He an arrogant ham sandwich, bro.
But you know what I mean? You only got a certain amount of years. You get it while you get it, but you gotta be recent. Like you had 25 good games. Like
that man is the hammiest of all ham sandwiches you ever seen, bro.
I mean, you didn't put a whole season together. You put you legitimate was like the replacements. Like,
hey, hey man,
you was temping. You was temping for 20, 30 games.
Bro, I saw that man legit. Hey, King G, hey, what's good? Salute. Legit, bro. I since on draft night when they said that man name, bro, like when his name was sliding down the board, I was like, yo, if they draft this dude, I'm quitting Knicks content forever. I saw his name sliding down. I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be the perfect Thibs pick right here. Like a random cat that don't have, like, he gonna be a Josh Hart type player, like, just, and no disrespect to Josh Hart, but he gonna be like the undersized two that can't score, but maybe can shoot a little bit, but has no point guard skills. And people were saying, nah, man, he can play point guard. Like, nah, bro.
If he pulls this off and he gets $25 million a year, that's one of the biggest hustles. That's one of the biggest one of the biggest hustles since Jerome James. Like, that's.
Did you see the offer? You see what they offered him, right?
I don't know. How much was it?
They offered him 4 years, $39 million. That's the offer. They trying to get that man, and they trying to get that man in a 360 deal, bro. They legit, bro. Hand to the man, bro. They trying to get that
with a shiny suit.
They trying to get them. They trying to get that man in a JJ Fad contract, bro.
Wow, he talking about 25 million, and I'm like, Josh Giddey could say he earned that. Like, yeah. Kuminga, he ain't doing much, but he could say he earned. But you put together 20, 30 games when nobody was around. Like, there ain't no way you could say you earned that.
Bro, Quentin Grimes, bro. The Sixers legit is trying to get Quentin Grimes and they trying to get him in one of them Dipset contracts, bro. Like 10 years, 19 albums. Yeah, bro, they trying to get that man, bro. Come on, Grimes. Come on, Grimes. What he should have did is accepted his role here. Stop being a baby. Like, stop being a baby. Accept your role here, bro. You going to the bench and you gonna pout, but when you in the starting lineup, you pouting. Yo, how can the Knicks win, bro? Nah, bro. You pouting because you ain't getting the ball. Then you pout when you don't go to when they put you on the bench, right? And then you pout when bro. Man, get out of that, bro. He the worst draft pick the Knicks ever made, bro. I have never seen the Knicks make on. Yo, he a worse draft pick than Kevin Knox, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, he that man, bro. Yo, how you, son? You pouting? You a grown up? You pouting? Come on, man. You got to have, bro. You got to show some love for your teammates, bro. You out here pouting? You an adult out here, and yes, he pouting. I saw that man pouting with my own eyes, bro. I saw that man standing next to Cam Reddish. Yeah, I legit saw that man standing next to Cam Reddish pouting, bro. Him and Cam Reddish pouting together. I lost all respect for Cam Reddish, who I loved before that. I was like, yo, I love Cam Reddish, bro. I was pounding the table, trade for Cam Reddish, right? And then we get him and he come here and he pouting. I'm like, come on, man. Yo, y'all got to put some games together, bro. Like, how y'all legit?
You can't say he didn't get a shot. You can't say that he got a legit shot. He got handed the job.
He got handed the job, bro. My guy got handed the job. Remember, as soon as the boot came off his foot, came off his foot, Tibbs was like, he the starter. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Tibbs was like, I don't know who the starter gonna be, man. Who's gonna take it to Ken? Soon as the boot came off that man's foot, bro. Hey, man, Grimes the starter. And we like, Tibbs, you said everybody got to earn it. I know what I said, bro. Like, come on, Tibbs, bro. Come on, Tibbs. You got to love the Knicks, bro. If you don't, bro, legit, if you don't love the Knicks, bro, you can't talk to me, bro. Like, if this is a hobby for you, you can't talk to me. Like, I'm a full-time Knicks lover, period. Bro, and like when I see dudes be pouting about the Knicks, bro, hey man, you gotta get your ass out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like this is for, I do this for the OGs and the young cats, bro. I do this for the cats that's been Knicks fans their whole life and ain't never even sniffed a championship. I do it for y'all. I do it for the young cats that with all the promise. They think, man, all we gotta do is sign such and such. All the young cats that love the Knicks, bro. I do this for y'all, right? So when dudes come here and they be pouting, bro, I be ready to put their ass on the first thing smoking, bro. Midnight train to Georgia, Fritz. I be trying to get them out of here, bro. They can't tell me nothing, bro. They're like, man, oh yo, man, nah, man, it ain't that, man. It's just nah, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. I done lived through too much heartache as a Knicks fan to be putting up with grown-ass millionaire men, you know what I'm saying, talking about, man, I just didn't get a chance, man, nah, bro. The politics, man, nah, bro. Nah, I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't, bro. I can't. I can't. It's a hard knock life, bro. It's a hard knock life, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't beat out RJ or Dante or Brunson. It's a hard knock life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Something you're gonna have to do something, bro. You gotta earn it, bro. This the plate. And I know every city be like, yo, nah, man, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's here or nowhere. Every city got that us versus them mentality, bro. Mm-hmm. Right? Bro, but a pack of Newports in the city costs $20, Fritz. A pack of Newports is 20. Bro, a slice of pizza is like $4, maybe $5, bro.
Mm-hmm.
My man told me he bought a pizza pie the other day, bro. It was $32.
Oh man, $40 for Series.
$32.
You've heard of Series, and like there's a place in New York called Series. $40 for a cheese pizza.
Bro, $40 for a cheese pizza, bro. Yeah, and then you gonna come to New York and be whining, bro. Bro, you ever took an Uber from the airport?
Mm-mm.
Anybody in the chat ever took an Uber from the airport? Oh, y'all just take the train.
Man, you gotta be stupid to take it from the airport.
Bro, you might be, depending on you get, it might be like $300.
I see people do that. I'm like, what are you doing? You could just take a yeah. I've seen people do stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, they ain't New Yorkers if they did that.
Nah, bro. Yo, Wacko, come on, bro. Wacko, don't do that to me, bro. Wacko, come on, dog. Don't do this to me, bro. Hey, Wacko, don't do this to me, bro. I promise you, bro. Wacko, I promise you, if you telling me an oxtail pizza is $62, bro.
Oh, cuts and slices? Yeah, cuts and slices, man. Cuts and slices
oxtail pizza is $62?
Just like $15 a slice.
Bro, and cats is coming to New York whining about playing time. It's people in the city, bro. And the tickets is so high. It's people in the city that's 30 minutes away, 20 minutes away from the Garden and can't even afford to go. And these dudes is coming here whining, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Fritz, I was next to Rob the Nick, man. I don't know where Rob the Nick at, man. He done disappeared. But me and Rob the Nick was at the game in Atlanta, bro. We at the game in Atlanta, and we watching Quentin Grimes pout when he go to the bench, bro. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing, bro? Come on, yo. I can't, bro. Yeah, I don't. Yo, Li wanted to say Clarkson or yo, I ain't gonna lie. Isley was aight. He was aight. That team was, because we got Shandon Anderson at the same time, bro. I think we got Shandon Anderson and Malik Rose. Fritz, that's the era, right? Malik Rose, Shandon Anderson.
Oh man, I wish I could get there.
He's Blue Chew said $1 slice is $2. God. Yo, come on, so what's happening? Yo, hey, real talk, man. You been talking to Dre, bro?
He was on here the other day.
Yo, Jets fans, bro, done jumped up. Jets fans and Giants fans, they season over already.
Yeah, I can't do that, man. But football, like, I don't really watch it anymore.
Yeah,
because I'm so into basketball, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't be 24/7.
Bro. Mm-hmm. Content creators don't really have time, bro. Mm-mm. It's a job.
It's a job.
Yeah, it's a job, bro. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna wrap up and get out of here, man. Just want to say thank you to everybody that came through and hung out, man, and all of that, man. I really appreciate y'all coming through and hanging out. I'm not gonna make no promises about how big we're gonna be next year and all that stuff. What I will make a promise about is that your main man, the number one Chief Rocker, is gonna be super rock steady throughout. I like being here with y'all, and I think y'all like me back. And if we rocking like that, it's like that, right? If that's what it is, that's what it is, bro. We just gonna keep growing this thing. I'm gonna keep showing up, keep putting out these topics to make y'all mad some nights, and putting some topics out there to have y'all talking amongst yourselves on some nights. But throughout it all, man, we're gonna be in here rocking, and no, we ain't gonna be talking about no Quentin Grimes whack ass. So thank you everybody for coming through, man. We out of here, y'all. Peace, everybody. Yeah,